All right, we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Date is March 30th, 2020. I'd love to see it. Who we got in the chat already? Crusader, good to see you, man. Mario. This is what we're about to get into today, guys. New adventure. Feeling a little bit revitalized. Gonna try to level this guy, put my best foot forward. We haven't done Warlock yet. So, I was thinking long and hard about it. What class I want to play next? What class can I really apply myself to? Which class is kind of resonating with me right now? Alliance or Horde? This is exactly how my main character looks. So my 60 Orc Warlock on Skyrim looks identical to this dude. Might as well go undead though. I can't play the undeads, man. I know I have to because I want to experience that content, man, but they just look too bad to me, man. They look too frail, too weak. What up, Crusader, man? Good to see you, bro. Daniel, Benny Tang, Joaquin, Core Flake. Who else? Iron Rain. Hunter's been long dead, yeah, brother. Who we got over on the Twitch side of things? We got my man Jordan B. Swamp Donkey, Pink Flamingo. Good to see you, Flamingo. Let's sing some karaoke sometime. What's up, Wakinga? How's it going? We'll get into this guy in a second. Explain the meaning of cheese and rice. I've explained it a lot, but I'll explain it one more time. Yeah, so I went to basic combat training in 2017, and I had a drill sergeant named Drill Sergeant Riley. And actually, all the drill sergeants couldn't say like religious names. Like they could tell you to go fuck yourself and drop you and make you have right face, but they can't say Jesus Christ or whatever. So he'd be like, "Cheese and rice, private," and then it was just funny to me. I kept it going from there. Oh hell yeah, Maddox! Thank you, man. Starting the stream off strong with the Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, brother. Let's get into it, guys. Give us a shot. Orc Warlock. Give this a shot, man. Looks good. You guys ready? New adventure starting right now. Day 0. Amir BT, thank you, man. Another Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, man. Starting the stream off real strong. Why Orc? I just love Orc Warlocks, man. They look amazing to me. Even though you're a caster, you look kind of chunky, right? You look pretty chunky. Like you look pretty strong. I always like orcs. It's my favorite race, even in Warhammer. Oh, guys, I've been playing a little bit of the Warhammer MMO. You guys heard about that? Return of Reckoning. Yo, it's actually pretty fun. It's no WoW, but it's pretty fun. All right, put our demon armor on. Let's get situated. Auto loot. So what are we gonna do? Let's try not to misplay. We're not going to do Imp yet, but we're going to get butt naked. Butt naked, of course, in true Cargo's fashion. And we're going to go get Immolate. Getting butt naked, dude. Just the naked orc in his diaper. All is right in the world. Oh, we got to sell, though.
What can I help you with?
7, 8, 9, 10. There it is. Go ahead and buy our Immolate. Level 1. We're about to get started, boys. Brand new adventure starts now. You'll love to see it. Unless you don't love to see it. It's good to be back, though. Hey, how about that tournament, though? Anybody watch that tournament? It's pretty fun, huh? I thought it was fun. Alright, we have the quest, right? Yep, cutting teeth. Let's do this, man. A whole new adventure. Back in the Valley of Trials. If Grace for Days is the king of Mulgore, I might as well be the king of freaking Valley of Trials, man. I resist. So one thing that's interesting, you punch pretty hard on classic servers. I remember realizing that for the first time. On private servers, it wasn't so much. You wouldn't really punch that hard. You actually hit pretty hard. I'm gonna use one bolt here. Might as well. Auto loot on. Hell yeah, brother. Did we get a prime? I heard something. Cold V2. Thank you, man. Another one, guys. Stream starting off so strong. You love to see it. Thank you very much, fellas. Appreciate you. So we're gonna go projectile into instant. Just melee down some piggies. How's everyone doing this week? Everybody hanging in there? Staying away from that corona? Hopefully everybody's healthy. Yo, I saw my parents yesterday. My parents risked it for the biscuit, man. They just came over. I hadn't seen them in a couple weeks. They live somewhat nearby, like an hour away. Came over. That was nice. I know a lot of you guys haven't seen your loved ones in a little bit, probably if you've been on lockdown. Just watched your full YouTube VOD of the tourney. That was awesome, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it, bro. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We got another one scheduled already. Oh, wow. Yeah, Lord of the Rings challenge, too. We'll be talking about that today on stream. So next weekend, if you guys have a few hours to spare, we're going to be doing this thing called the Lord of the Rings challenge. And it's a complete mystery. You're not supposed to know what it is yet. But it should be a good time. 5 Cuddle with the Twitch Prime. Thank you, brother. Or Scuttle. Is that Scuttle? Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Diaper, love to see it. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hey, Mind Track, what's going on, man? Going to BlackRock to drop a ring. What are you talking about, Crusader? I will say that you're on the right track, though. You're on the right track. Your head's in the right place. It's a fun type of event, right? So it's a okay. We'll tease it. All right. And actually, should we just talk about it openly so we can refine it? I don't know, man. Nah, it should be a mystery. No. I thought this through. It needs to be a mystery. That's part of the appeal, because a lot of times people go into stuff knowing exactly what it is, and they get to plan it. I think it'd be pretty interesting to do an event where people don't know what's going on. They just go into it, and it's sort of like a scavenger hunt. I'll say that a little bit. Not gonna tease anything too much. It's sort of like a scavenger hunt, but you're gonna be working in a 2-man team. That is all I will say. You can still do it solo, we'll say, if you want, just to include people, but I would recommend doing it in a 2-man team. Hence, the Lord of the Rings challenge. It's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. Wouldn't be easier for you guys if there's some sort of registration for the events? Yeah, we had a registration for the tournament. We had a type form that we made. One more boar, huh? Okay. Yeah, we had a registration. We'll make another one for the Lord of the Rings challenge. Hey, what's up, Matt Shepard? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Back in the saddle, another week. Another hardcore character. Talk, bro? What are you talking about? Can you guys not hear me? Might join the next hardcore. Might join the next hardcore leveling challenge as a filthy casual. I hope I don't make a fool of myself. Yeah, no, definitely, man. No, it's for everybody. You don't even necessarily have to win, right? One thing we didn't do, I really wanted to do it, but we just didn't have enough either brain power or production value or whatever, is I really wanted to do a top death clip and a top highlight clip, right? So, you don't even have to be the fastest leveler, but you can still create some funny ass highlights, and then you can still win some stuff too. Next time we'll try to get around to it. Still a work in progress, but it's been really fun so far. Golly, it's been fun. We had some really good results. For those of you who didn't tune into it, we had a hunter in first, right? But the hunter that won last time, whose name is Ampi, who's like a huge brain, half man, half robot, General Grievous, the boy wonder, absolute freaking artificial intelligence mode, he died. Tactics died. We had a lot of big brains die. We had X-Roos die. And they all died. So second place was a rogue R-O-G-U-E, Rogue. And third place, by some miracle, third place, ladies and gentlemen, of Azeroth, was a warrior. So I'm not talking about, warrior was, there was a warrior that was top for his class or whatever. I'm talking about third place overall, all classes. We had a warrior, dude. And to a lot of people's mind, that was the most impressive thing of the tournament because it was less playtime. So for Hardcore Community Cup number 1, it was a 10-hour play window, right? For this one, it was a 8-hour play window. So 8 hours, there was a warrior who got to 19.5. That is pretty solid, bro. Sea Beast 1, rating with the party of 5. Thank you very much, brother. Sea Beast. Appreciate it, dude. I'll get you back. Thank you very much. Welcome, everybody. We're from Sea Beast channel. We're doing some hardcore WoW. Classic WoW. So much to talk about today, guys. Freaking TBC. You guys hear about that, man? TBC announcement? So much to talk about. So much to talk about. Leon Lion, what's up, dude? Hey, donkey. Should I get back into WoW? I mean, what else you can do, bro? You're on quarantine, right? Or lockdown. You're on anybody who's sheltering in place right now. One's in the chat or something. This is like, well, I'm losing track of the days, man. I mean, I usually lose track of the days because I'm a classic WoW gamer, but more so than usual. Man, oh man. Come on, man. Give me this quest. Lee. I had a lot of fun in the tournament. It was my first hardcore character and first stream. Oh, Wormshield, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Entering our 3rd week. Damn. Yeah, you heard they're gonna extend it too. I think they're gonna extend it to. Let's buy some water. They're gonna extend it to, what did they say? End of April, right? Crazy. I wonder what option Cargos prefers on that TBC server. What were the options again? Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. We got all day. We're not going anywhere, man. We're gonna be streaming for a little while here. Let us discuss. Hive Mind. Yo, my fucking chair. I feel like it's low. Alright. There it is. Much better. USA lockdown extended till April 30. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but the TBC survey. I don't even need to know the options. This is the way I would prefer the TBC to roll out. Let's say I would want it to come out summer 2021. Right? End of summer, just to be consistent with Classic. We'll be in Max by Christmas. People keep saying that. And then pretty much, what they would do is they would turn these servers that we're playing on right now, they would graduate these into TBC servers. This is what I think they're going to do. It's also, I would have no issues with it. They're going to turn these into TBC servers. So all these are naturally going to turn into TBC. And then they're probably going to roll out some fresh Classic servers. At the same time, now that I'm thinking about it though, guys, some people might be pissed though, but they may just say fuck it, because some people signed up for Classic because this is the first time in WoW history that you can kind of beat the game and that it's not going anywhere. And a lot of people signed up for this thinking like, yo, I can get my character to 60, get him full gear, and then just chill. Like, I will have a completed character for vanilla WoW. I think that was part of the appeal for some, right? I think some people were really into that. Can this guy drop? 2 peons not drop. Yeah, I hate to see it. Character copies. You want Fresh Classic? I want Fresh Classic too, man. I mean, but I would definitely go through a server lifecycle on TBC. What I don't want to happen, let me tell you, every peon is awake, dude. Is it because it's a Monday morning? All these peons are hard at work. Can they go to sleep? Hello? What was I saying though? Oh, you know what I don't want, guys? Let me tell you what I don't want. I don't want, and I actually like feel strongly about this. I don't want TBC to come out and there's no more Classic. right? And that actually might happen, dude. That would be tragic. You feel me on that? Like, they just, all the servers turn into TBC servers and there's no more Classic Fresh. What are the chances Blizzard does that, bro? That would be tragic right there, honestly. It's kind of disrespecting the OG game, man. It's C Daddy with the tier 1. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you, my man. Option 1, Classic servers will shift to TBC with option to roll your character back to Classic Vanilla. Option 2, Vanilla Classic stays. Option to migrate over to TBC server. Option 3, Fresh 58 on TBC server. Fresh 1 TBC server. Golly, so many options, man. Thank God this peon dropped. Cheese and rice. What do you guys think, though? You think we'll ever get hardcore servers? Maybe we don't need them. Nah, it would be sick if we got official hardcore servers. I dream. One day. One day. Did they show the results of that poll, or was it just... Is it private? Is it proprietary Blizzard information? I didn't even vote on it yet. Which option do you guys like least out of those TBC options? I think the one I like least... Well, the one I like least is where there's no Classic server. They graduate all the Classic servers into TBC. You can't play Classic WoW anymore because there's no option. You have to go back to private server if you want to play it. That would be tragic, like I said. The thing that appeals to me least after that is probably... I mean, that's the only one I feel strongly about. The other ones is fine. You just make it work however they do it the other ways. That's the one thing I don't want them to do, man. Start 58 the worst? Yeah, I'm sort of with you on that because it just kind of writes off the old world again, right? It'd be sweet to have TBC and then force these servers into TBC, then release new Classic. I'd be down with that. Thing is, who here in the chat would be upset if they signed up, or part of the appeal for Classic WoW was that they signed up because they felt like they could beat the game to whatever that meant for them. They could finish their character, and that was part of the appeal for the first time in World of Warcraft history. You can play a game, the content is sort of, it exists, it's there, and you can become strong and stay strong indefinitely. And your character, you can take a deep breath and get all the gear on all the characters and chill. I don't know. I feel like that is a percentage of people. That's not the biggest deal for me. I make new characters all the time, but that's still there a little bit. What was your saddest death during this challenge? Nah, it wasn't the Hunter. Actually, the saddest death for me was the Warrior, dude. The Warrior was rough, man. I really wanted that guy to hit 60 so bad. Oh, where's your EXP? True, yeah, it's disabled right now because I've been playing my 60. It's down here. There it is. Good call. Thanks, Highmine. Iron Lad? Oh, not even Iron Lad. No, it was the Troll Warrior, actually. Iron Lads was sad, don't get me wrong. The Troll Warrior, though, guys, I really wanted that Warrior to get to 60. I was having so much fun on him, and I was so close to Sweeping Strikes. I got him to 29. Tragic, man. Tragic. Yeah, the Troll. You just want TBC in any shape or form? Thing is, man, I don't want TBC at the expense of Classic WoW. I know there's probably, like, nobody that agrees with me on that. But I would not want TBC at the expense of Classic WoW, just because Classic WoW is the OG, man. It needs to live on. It needs to have that sense of permanency. I really hope Blizzard doesn't make no option to play Classic anymore. And they probably won't, right? Because they already fleshed it out. They already built out Classic servers. They've already stabilized it. Okay, I feel a little bit easier. I'm breathing a little bit easier here because why would they take it away if they already stabilized it? They know how it works. They've gone through all the motions. They know it broke. They know it didn't break. They know they can make some money through Classic, and there will always be a community, at least a couple servers worth of people that want to play Classic. I don't think they're getting rid of it. Buxton Ruber. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime, bro. Thank you, brother. I like the options to copy your current characters to a TBC server and limit the amount of gold people can carry over. Oh, God, you said the M word, bro. He said the M word. He said the M word, man. What's the M word, dude? He said the M word. Feels bad, man. Every time I hear the M word, it just feels bad. Feels so bad. Feels so bad, dude. What if TBC comes out and we're in Hellfire Peninsula and it's crowded? Think about this. Visualize it. It's summer 2021. We're even older. We're even grayer. TBC's coming out. We're hype. We enter the dark portal. And we see a bunch of multi-boxers that have 7 bazillion gold. Because they've been hoarding all the gold, farming all the gold for months and months in preparation. Wouldn't that just set the pace? Wouldn't it just set the server off on a bad start, man? Don't you want that fresh, man? Don't you want that new community? Do you really want the rich and powerful to stay rich and powerful? You want that new? Maybe some people want that. They just want to stay with their character. I think if I were to play TBC, I would roll on a fresh server. I would roll fresh TBC, man. Fresh TBC sounds mad fun. And even though I do think the TBC leveling experience, like 1 to 60, is kind of probably worse, all things considered, it's still pretty fun in the sense that you blast through the levels because all the elite quests are gone, right? They're all normal. You get cool items while you're leveling. You get, spell power on items. You blast through, man. It won't take that long to get to 60. What can we delete here? It's not going to take that long. Completely fresh? Yeah. I mean, those options don't have to be mutually exclusive, right? What's to say that all those options on the poll have to be one or the other? Help me understand this, guys. People seem very concerned every time we talk about this, right? Classic servers, TBC servers, people say it's going to split the community. It's going to split the community. Help me understand this, guys. Split the community? The servers don't even interact with each other. Other than cross-realm BGs, there's zero crossover between these servers. Split the community. You're already split from the community. You're already on a server that exists independently. There's nothing, your server is its own thing. So, I don't know. I don't see it splitting the community. Does anyone on Alley have a chance at winning an Iron Man challenge? Alliance is favored, bro. Most people you'll ask Hollywood say that Alliance has Darkshore. Darkshore is the most OP leveling area. It's not my favorite visually. It doesn't feel that comfy to me, but Darkshore is OP. Compare Westfall to Darkshore. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Think about, I mean, Barons is a lot, it's true, but just think about how many free quests there are in Darkshore. All the sea creatures, all those little terminals, all the little one-off quests. You swim out here, you do this, Like, there's like 47 quests in Darkshore or something absurd. Alliance actually is favored, people will say. Most people will tell you. I don't think anybody is fully big brain on leveling in general. I think there's still room to discuss, but that's historically, that's what people will tell you. Alright. There's just so many quests in Darkshore, man. There's no way you want to play TBC with people vanilla gold. It's completely ruined since the gold is a big factor. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. Imagine you go into TBC, you're trying to have a fun and interactive gameplay experience and try to go back to 2007. You see 47 mages multi-boxing right in front of you. 47 shamans with 7 million gold. And you just blast through everything. Why do you prefer Warlock over Mage? It's just cooler to me. I think class fantasy-wise is cooler. I like the playstyle. I like the PvP playstyle way better. Alright. We are done. But, I mean, I like mages too as well. I like all the classes. All the classes are cool. But you have to be a Night Elf? You don't have to be a Night Elf to go to Darkshore, though. Especially if it's not hardcore mode. You can get over to Darkshore with a very easy death skip. Even in hardcore, though, most classes can get over there. The only classes that really can't, if you think about it, that can't get over to Darkshore, probably Warrior. I think Rogue probably could if you stealth and walk the whole way. But that might not be worth it. Like, that would take, like, 45 minutes or some shit. Mage can get over there. Paladin can get over there. Who else can get over there? Druid can't get over there. But Druid, you're a Night Elf anyway, if you're Alliance. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I thought you didn't like Rogue. Rogues have grown on me, especially leveling them. They're pretty fun. I still have a Rogue alive right now, guys. 20-something. He's my one. He's my anchor. So if I lose all my characters, I still have one decently high-level dude in hardcore. Yo, Angsty, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Ever tried Elwyn Lockmadon? That's usually what I do, actually, yeah. I usually try to skip Darkshore just because I don't really like being over in the Night Elf areas. They kind of make me uncomfortable. Said it before, I feel like a fairy dragon's about to come up behind me and take advantage of me or something. Did you only play hardcore now? No, I raid as well. I raid on Wednesday and Thursday. I streamed a couple of the raids. I'll try and stream it again this week. Oh, I got some gear this week, guys. Yeah, I got a couple pieces. A couple pieces. That's pretty rare when you get a couple pieces. That loot council for you, I guess. Not a huge fan of loot council, you guys know. But, hey, man. Does it make sense for a non-Night Elf to come to Darkshore during the tournament? I don't think it's worth the time. I mean, I think it is, yeah, if you can get over there. If you're a class that can get over there. If you're a mage, you can slow fall, or a paladin. Most people that can do. I'd say you just have to look at the results and see what the top people in hardcore, because that's the only precedent we have. And those people, a lot of the big brains do go over to Darkshore if they can, if they're able to. Is DKP better than Loot Council? I would say so, but that's a hot topic for debate, right? I mean, but I would definitely say so. I like DKP way, way more. Melimnia subscribed to tier 1. Thank you very much, man. Loot Council is just drama council, man. It is bound to happen. Even this past week we had some drama. I'm not going to say any names, but, you know, it is commonplace. People don't just leave, to get up and leave, right? People don't like the decisions being made. Bye-bye. They just leave the guild. People start beefing. And a lot of people are just sitting there like, man, I just want to play the game, man. I'm sorry. The loot doesn't bother me too much. I just want to be able to gear up so I can continue to do the content and chill with the family. You know, if you're raid logging, some people are getting mad about loot and they're raid logging. If you're mad about loot, man, and you're raid logging, why are you mad about loot? You're not even really gonna use it. It's not like you're actively PvPing. I don't know, man. Been doing loot council on Netherwing for even a half year now. We've only had one guy leaving. Yeah, I mean, even if people aren't leaving, though, isn't there an unspoken sort of... Isn't there an unspoken cringe, man? I feel like there's an unspoken cringe. Oh, shit, we need to get our imp. We don't need blood pack for now. Actually, we do need blood pack. I made this mistake before. You need to get blood packed on your imp. It's too weak without blood pack, man. You need it. Is it too late to start a classic account? No, not at all, man. Not at all. I'm making this guy right now, today. It's not too late. Definitely not. Especially if you're into hardcore. If you want to do hardcore stuff, definitely, man. Definitely not. Definitely not, bro. When's the next tournament? April 25th, my man. April 25th. Corporal Hicks, thank you very much, Corporal. Subscribed for 6 months, man. You love to see it. How's the server pops? I quit about a month-ish into Classic because of work. Some servers still have a queue, bro. Which servers have a queue? People in the chat will know. Some servers have a queue still. There's some really poppin' servers, and then there's some somewhat dead servers. You just have the full spectrum of servers to choose from, man. If you want that hype PvP, world PvP, you want the queues, you want a really poppin', lively New York City kind of urban server, You can do it.
May your blades never dull.
You can absolutely do it. You can go to a server like maybe Grobulus, Incendius. I heard Herod still has queues. If you want a more chill, relaxed RP kind of server, like laid back, tighter, like sort of a tighter knit, more rural, suburban type of server, you can come here. Bloodsail. Bloodsail's nice. Bloodsail's real nice. I think I'm gonna kill these boars just because they drop grace. The boars, these boars, man, at the starting zone, the first mobs in the starting zone, man, I swear, they are designed to hook you up loot wise. I don't remember the rotation I use on these guys. I think it's just the corruption. They're designed to give you extra money. Planestriders and Mulgore, the boars here, even though it's not that great XP wise, they just give you a lot of money, so I think it's worth it. Herod has queues, but not insane, just enough to let you know it's a full server. Yeah, any Herod gamers here, you guys enjoy your server? Herod is one of those original servers, just like Scarum. And I feel like those servers, I assume that those servers had a lot of the same issues in terms of you know, people transferring and stuff. Maybe not though, because Scarum is sort of a PvE server right now for the Horde. I think it's 93% Horde. Incendious day 1 here. It's absolutely insane. Bonkers. You need 2 hours before raid to queue. Wow, insane. Shadowlands. Yeah, what about Shadowlands? What do you want to know about Shadowlands? I'm not going to play Shadowlands. And here's the thing. This is what Maldoron predicted. This is a fun thing to talk about as Classic WoW players. What do you expect the next couple months to be like, guys? Alright, so when does Shadowlands come out? Anybody actually play that thing? Anybody play retail here? I'm going to guess. Let's say Shadowlands comes out. What, in the next couple... It's got to come out in the next couple months, right? Alright, comes out. It's probably going to have more people than Classic. Right? People want to do fresh content. Classic was going to take a hit and pop. It'll bounce back, though. And then here's the thing. When TBC comes out, when the Burning Crusade comes out, who's going to be playing retail, man? What is the split going to be between TBC and retail, man? 90-10, 80-20? Only be people that are going to be playing retail are probably going to be like the high-end mythic raiders that are pushing content, doing the highest level raid tiers and, you know, doing that. Because apparently that's just always been a thing. The PvPers, other than that, it's just going to be weebs and furries, right? Because TBC, man, has a lot of that retail vibe to it a little bit. Like, you know, has some of the Space Age, kind of more polished Space Age, more modern look that some people prefer. I honestly think TBC strikes a balance in terms of popularity between the new game and the old game. What's wrong with weebs? I don't know, man. I just don't see eye to eye with them. Nothing wrong with it. Live your life, but just saying. For me, let me define weebs. When I say weebs, the short abbreviation of weeaboo. To me, a weeaboo. Liking anime strictly isn't because I like anime. I like anime, right? I mean, not as much as I used to, but to me, weeb. I'll talk about this once and never talk about it again because it's a sore subject for somehow. But to me, a weeb kind of has like a sexual component to the anime, right? Like some weird behavior going on. Like liking anime is cool, man. We like the anime group with DBZ, you know, One Piece, Bleach, all that stuff. The weeb is something different though, dude. The weeb is like, you know, we got the body pillow and oh god, I'm cringing just thinking about it. Yeah, man. Weebs out. Hey, man. To each their own. You do you. TBC all classes feel balanced. thing is, in 112, the environment we're playing in right now in Classic, some people might say that this version is more balanced. Let's think about that. Because I don't know the TBC 2.4.3 values well enough to know how balanced it is. All I'm saying is that I think people who say Vanilla WoW is imbalanced, they're thinking about it from like one perspective. They're thinking about it of like just PvE raid DPS, right? They're not thinking about PvP, quality of life, gold farming. All things considered, when you think big picture with all the classes, I think 112 does a really good job. Right? Which class is weak in 112? Which class is weak in Classic? There's really none. Hunter? I mean, Hunter's the strongest open world PvP class in a lot of people's opinion. I would probably say Warlock is, in my opinion, but open world PvP class, right? Hunters stay really strong in PvP. You always need them in raids. Strong at leveling, strong at gold farming. I hear you, but I don't see him being too weak. You have stuff you're good at, man. Rogue is OP in TBC. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that's going to be the most popular class in TBC, 100%. Locks get wrecked in PvP in 112? By who? Who wrecks a lock in 112? Who wrecks a lock? That's news to me. Oh, let's start that here. Seed of Corruption. Oh yeah, Seed of Corruption is huge. In TBC, most popular class is going to be Rogue. Most popular class is 100% going to be Rogue. What do you think after Rogue, though? After Rogue? Don't Warlocks just spam Shadow Bolt in TBC? I don't know. Man, this is the first time I played Warlock as a main. And I went into Classic thinking that Warlock in Classic is just spam Shadow Bolt. And there is a certain talent build, and if you like aren't authorized any debuff slots, and you don't want to go try that hard, you can just do that, and you can raid serviceably well. But it's definitely not just Shadow Bolt in Classic. So I'm thinking in TBC there's probably some finesse as well, especially because classes have more things in their toolkit. There's probably other stuff you can do.
Go forth to victory.
Blood and thunder.
Did we turn everything in? We did. Okay, let's go to Senjin. I heard Druids are top tanks in Sunwell. I have no idea. All I know is Druids are so strong at TBC. I'm torn right now between playing a Warlock or a Druid. Druids have grown on me a lot, man. Druids are insanity in TBC. Insanity. Insanity. Oh, Executus. Executus Gaming. Executus. Big fan. Executus. You still here, man? I recognize that name every time. Paladin. You're seeing Paladin this week in Classic? I mean, aren't they the best healers? Come to Axe, they outperform priests. Aren't they the best support class in the game? Cyclone? Oh, yeah, no, definitely, man. Cyclone is insanity. Cyclone is insane. Not only is... I mean... The control on a Druid is disgusting. Yeah, I mean, people are forgetting, man. They have Maim to, like... It's almost... It really is truly that expression, embarrassment of riches. Druid has an embarrassment of riches when it comes to control in TBC. You have so many options. They have multiple CCs on different DRs. And I don't know if you guys agree with this or disagree with this, but I was talking to Navik about this. Big brain, TBC, multi-glad, multiple classes, played every class, selling carries back in the day, all that. He thinks that Resto Druid in TBC has the highest skill cap out of any class spec in the history of World of Warcraft. What do you guys think? Is that fighting? Are those fighting words? And if you disagree, what do you think? And if you disagree, what do you think? What do you think is more difficult? Easy to be decent? I mean, is it though? Is it easy to be decent? I've been playing one on Endless, man, and that shit is hard, bro. The Druid. I mean, you are strong. Like, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. It's pretty tough though, man, to know when to go into different forms. You know, you can just fall over as a Druid too. That's the thing, man. I know they're so strong, maybe because they don't have enough gear yet. But I feel like if you make a misplay and you react too slow or something like that, you're just dead. You need a fuckload of macros? Absolutely. No, you really do. Oh my god, though. Focus, though. Focus, focus frame. Focus, oh, focus target, focus frame. Too good, man. You can basically target two things at once. A lot of us even forgot focus exists playing Classic so long, but you can pretty much, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, see how I have a target right here, right? See how I'm targeting this clattering scorpion? Imagine I can target two things at the same time. I have another frame right here, imagine. So I could have this guy targeted and this guy targeted. I could see them both right here. And that you can basically, without having to click over or tab over, you can attack or interact with that other target. Very seamlessly. It's just, oh dude, you're so much more powerful. It's insane. What did Executive say? No, Paladin will be played a ton. Paladin will be played a ton. I think it's gonna be played a ton. Yeah. So that's one thing I keep hearing. I was actually talking about this yesterday with North and Hamster, or not Hamster. What's his name? Hamwheel. Hamsword and Zavage, because we have an MMO podcast we're doing over on North's channel. Holy smokes! Stick for president. Thank you very much. The $20 donation. That is very kind of you, man. Thank you very much. Thanks for being a pair. Thank you, brother. Happy to be a pair. Oh yeah, what was I saying? Yeah. If you're still here too, Executive. So people were saying, Seal of Blood is so OP. Seal of Blood is the Blood Elf Paladin. It's the Blood Elf Paladin thing, right? It's the Blood Elf Paladin seal. And they're saying like that's why Horde is so much more populated, or that's one of the reasons. People say the Horde ratios are stronger on Horde. We'll get into that in a second. They're saying that Seal of Blood is so powerful. Seal of Blood is just insane. Thing is, in what aspect of TBC are Ret Paladins busted? I mean, Ret Paladins can DPS way more serviceably than in Classic, but there's no real aspect of the game where Ret Paladins are busted or overpowered or anything like that. So I don't see why that's such a pain point. It's not like you're going to be a Ret Paladin raiding in TBC and doing, you know, top DPS and in some absurd way. It seems fine. And then in Arena, you're not really running Ret unless you're in 5s or something. There might be like 1-3s comp or something. And again, this isn't speaking from experience here. I'm sort of regurgitating what I've heard, the feedback I've got from some of the big brain TBC players. You can kind of play Ret, you know, Ret Warrior and a few things in 2s up to like 1800 2K, but you're not going to see Rets really shine up, you know, except for maybe a few specific comps and only up to a certain level. The reason to bring a Red Paladin to raids is that Crusader Strike keeps judgments from your Holy Paladins up on the boss 100%. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Alright, let's do Solvent Spirit and Kolkars. Every class is more fleshed out in TBC. A few felt a bit incomplete or aimless in Classic. I hear ya. I mean, rogues benefit from that probably the most, right? What class feels the most dramatically different in TBC? It's gotta be rogue, number one. Numero uno. And then the thing is about Paladin too, right? Paladins can tank, and they have a taunt. And honestly, playing Prot Pally sounds so fun in TBC, fun-wise. But they're still not main tanks in TBC, right? You're not going to see a Prot Paladin main tank of an actual raid. You probably could do it, but from my understanding, it would feel maybe a bit too suboptimal for some raid groups. I'm sure some people will do it, but it's not your first choice. It's still mainly warriors and druids in the main tank position. I don't know if druids get stronger or weaker in TBC as far as tanking goes. I would assume stronger though, because you have stuff like Mangle, you have stuff like what is that one called that does the bleed, the stacking bleed? Lacerate. You have Lacerate. You know the cool thing about TBC tanking, guys? It's no longer going full Zug. You actually get defensive stats. You get resilience, defense. It's, you know, right now in Classic, it's all about just being itemizing as aggressively as possible on the tank, right? Full Zug. No, Lacerate's in TBC. And the cool thing about TBC, guys, no debuff caps, right? So in Classic, WoW, we have 16, right? You have 16 debuffs in Classic. And that's why, you know, a lot of classes can't use their abilities, which feels kind of bad, man. You know, Warlocks can't use Agony, they can't use Corruption a lot of the time because they're trying to go and optimize all the debuffs around you know, a particular type of damage, whether that be physical or magic damage. I mean, 99% of the time it's gonna be physical. But in TBC, no debuff cap, no debuff limit. That's pretty hype. Do you have a link for your Pally AoE spots? I have a whole guide on it, man. If you go to my YouTube channel, there's a if you type in Paladin leveling guide, it should come up. There's a PowerPoint that will come up. It shows a lot of them. Why do you choose Warlock this time around? We haven't done a Warlock, and I thought it'd be fun to do one. It's a class I'm pretty decent with because it's my main right now, and we haven't done one yet. And I was going through all the classes. I was just sitting in the character screen. I know you guys know that feel. You just sit in the character select for like a half hour just debating on what you want to do. And I think Warlock was my best the thing that compelled me the most to play. Does TBC concentrate? Does it lower mana? I'm not sure. You're saying is it cheaper? All I know, dude, when it comes to Prot Pally and TBC, that little holy frisbee thing is one of the coolest abilities. I forgot what it's called. Is it Crusader Shield or something like that? Holy Shield. Golly, that thing is so cool. The little holy discus that chains around and bounces off everything. That thing is so sweet. And so I'm playing a druid, right, on Endless, and
thanks for the tournament this weekend. Looking forward for TBC Arena.
Oh golly, Traz Tez, thank you very much for the $11.02. I love you added the 2 cents in there. Thank you very much, man. Were you did you play in it, or you were just watching? I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. In these trying times, man, all the donations, follows, viewership, everything, it really means a lot. Avenger Shield, there it is. And so yeah, I've been playing Druid, right? So I've been tanking, you know, dungeons on the Druid. Druids can't really AoE tank that well in terms of, you know, comparatively like a Paladin. Like your swipe, how many targets is swipe? Like 3, right? So what you kind of have to do is, well, you have the cooldown, which is like a 6-minute cooldown. The taunt, the AoE taunt. But what I found most effective is basically just targeting different mobs and swiping different mobs, because swipe will target the things, the mobs that are the 3 closest mobs to that target, right? So let's say if you're tanking like 8 things, you kind of you target one guy, you swipe him, and you try to just freestyle it where it's going to hit the 3 targets closest to him, and then you target a guy way over on the right or left, and you try and swipe him a couple times so it hits on everything. But I think Paladins really are the king of AoE AoE tanking in TBC, which is kind of cool. Probably way more than Warrior too, huh? You shouldn't even really be swiping, really? What do you mean by that, bro? Everyone I've talked to says swipe is, even at 2 targets, swipe is better. Even just 2 targets, better than Maul. I'm Alliance, William. Night Elf Druid. Every second of my life wishing that I could be playing a big Chad Torn with the War Stomp. Golly, I love Maim, though. Maim is the one that stuns them, right? Or not stun, incaps them. It's so sick, man. You can open up on somebody, burst them pretty hard, Tiger's Fury, you know, Pounce, you know, Mangle, and then you hit them with this Maim, and they get incapped for like 5 seconds, and then you can pull up a bunch of energy, or you can roll some hots on yourself, do something. It just feels so good on Druid, that ability. Yeah, swipe generates a ton of threat, absolutely. Even on 2 targets, apparently, it's better to swipe. Mangle feels incredible, though. After playing a TBC Druid, I'm not gonna lie. After playing a TBC Druid, it does feel almost a little bit incomplete. When you go into Bear Form in Classic and all you have is Maul and no Mangle, it feels kind of strange. Because Maul is just like a heroic strike. You can just tune it up with your next attack, right? Mangle is an independent ability on a short cooldown. Does really good damage. Provides a buff as well. You know what your main will be in TBC? I'm thinking that my main is either going to be Warlock or Druid. And the reason why is that I love the way Druid feels in Classic. It's unbelievable. Flight Form is so busted, man. You can do these hit and run tactics in Flight Form, where you can engage someone up in the sky, you know, hit them with a few Moonfires or something like that. Maybe NS, do something to them, right? And then drop combat on the way down, then go Flight Form again. Because everybody else has to cast their mount in TBC. And they also can't cast their flying mount from the water, right? Druid... Yeah, you can't cast your flying mount from the water, right? Druid can use their flying mount in the water because it's just a form. So they just jump up and instantly turn into a crow. And the crow looks sick. I love the model. And the other thing is that you can also go for the cheekiest plays when you're playing a Druid in TBC, because you can see somebody down below and they're surrounded by guards, and other classes have no chance of killing that guy. But as long as you can drop combat for even 1 millisecond, you just pop back up in a crow form and you go back into the air. So you can play like such a cheeky boy. How much does Druid Flight Form cost? 0. Right? I mean, it costs like, it's just a training skill you get. And you don't even... Guys, how sick is this? Druids, they can fly before 70. I know you guys forgot that. Druids can fly before level 70. How insane is that? Yes. Yes, I'm saying it's free flying. Correct. Not the epic one, though. But even the epic one, though, I don't have the epic flying on my guy. But I wonder about that. Is that net out to be way cheaper than the regular flying? Because how much is the epic flying at TBC? It's a fuckload, right? Like 5k gold or something. But yeah, you get flying form. It's 68. Yeah, you get 68. Yeah, tree form is TBC up. Tree form is pretty sweet. You can even use tree form in arena. It's not my spec right now, but yeah, you can use tree form. Thing is about tree form, I'm just reminding you guys. Tree form, you know, you can't cast direct heals. You can only use hots. But I'm pretty sure you can use Swiftman though, and Swiftman will consume a rejuve or a regrowth and do a nice little bit of healing. But that was the downside of tree form. Yeah, you're pretty strong. Yeah, you're immune from polymorph effects and all that, but you can't cast healing touch or anything like that. Tree form costs mana, yeah. Oh god, don't even get me started on Life Bloom. Don't even get me started on Life Bloom. I'll sit here for the next half hour talking about Life Bloom. Life Bloom slaps, dude. Thing about Life Bloom, I didn't really know how to use it that well in the past, or even understand it that well. The way Life Bloom works, it's not, you don't really use it for the... Life Bloom as a druid is the most efficient heal for you. And you're not really using it for the... I used to think that you would use Life Bloom for the instant pop heal at the end, right? You're not even really using it for that. Most of you guys forgot what Light Bloom is. Go look it up. You're going to remember if you see the tooltip. What you use it for is it ticks every second. And you want to keep refreshing it before it falls off. You want to stack it up, right? And then every few seconds, you just keep a Light Bloom running. You almost always want to keep a Light Bloom. It's so cheap and so efficient that you just kind of want to always be using globals on Light Bloom. Light Bloom, Light Bloom, Light Bloom, Light Bloom. And it ticks every second for really, really efficient healing. And then, if something bad happens to you, right? You get jumped or you can't connect with the heal for a little bit. The kind of backup aspect of Light Bloom is that it will pop for a decent amount of healing. So even if you are, CC'd or something, whoever you've been Light Blooming is still going to survive. Light Bloom is awesome. Don't forget in TBC, haste is an actual stat on gear. Oh yeah, absolutely. And did you guys know that in TBC, while you're leveling up, even in the old world, even at like level 10, I was shocked. So you know the Trog quest on the Alliance in Lochmadan, right? Where you go in Defense of King's Land, you kill a bunch of the Trogs, you get their teeth. First time I was on the Endless, recently, I was leveling up, right? And I complete that quest, and I know what the rewards in. It's just some random thing. I got like a pair of pants with like 4 spell damage on it. And then the next quest I got a ring with haste on it. As you're leveling up, you get all these sick pieces with spell damage. Like you're really strong while leveling up, so it kind of makes it fun in a way because you just destroy the content. But that's why I also think the OG vanilla classic WoW leveling is better than TBC leveling though, because the pacing is better. Yeah, you're getting haste, spell power at really early levels. Hey, what's up, Courtney? Good to see you. Oh yeah, so Druid is sick, right? You have Cyclone. You have NS Cyclone. Oh my land to Georgia. You have NS Cyclone. How OP is that, guys? Basically, with the existence of NS Cyclone, nobody's safe. You're never safe. If you ever get even remotely close to a Druid, even for 1 millisecond, you're dead. They just NS Cyclone you, and then you're done. They swarm around you, and it's over. Instant cast Cyclone, dude. How insane is that? Then you have Maim. Then you have Roots. I love how Boomkin is actually a real thing, too. Not even in rating, because you can do alright rating, but in arena. One of the top rated, pretty much one of the best, like S tier. We're talking S tier. We're not even talking A+ tier. We're talking S tier. Glad level comps is Rogue Boomkin. It's not really, you're not really out there starfiring people though, but it's still pretty sick that you get the Moonkin form, because while you're in Moonkin form, think about how sick this is, guys. While you're in Moonkin form, you can cast Roots, you can cast Cyclone. I mean, that's already right there. You can cast Roots and Cyclone, and you can cast Barkskin on yourself, and you can cast Nature Grasp. And, you know, Barkskin will take you out of bear form. It'll take you out of cat form. So it's hard to kind of squeeze in Barkskin. Because if you leave your animal form for even 1 second, a lot of times you just die. They just stun you or something bad will happen to you and you just die. So it's hard to pop out. But when you're in Moonkin form, just Barkskin all day. You're chilling. Loving a lock? Hell yeah. Best race for Druid, I think. In TBC, man, I mean, pretty much all the time, it's got to be Tauren. Tauren Druid is just awesome. Even the cat form, I think, looks cool. And that's coming from me. That's coming from Cargo, is that I think the cat form looks cool. The Night Elf cat form, though, huge yikes, man. I can't. I can only stay in it for so long. The Tauren cat form, though, looks sweet. And you have War Stomp. War Stomp Cyclone, man. Need I say more? War Stomp Cyclone, man. Get out of here. War Stomp Cyclone. Night Elf Druid has way better ratios? What, you a Shadow Meld drink? What ratio? That has some slight use cases where you can Shadow Meld drink, but War Stomp Cyclone, need I say more? War Stomp Cyclone, dude. Insanity. Oh, and don't even get me started on the gearing on Druid. You think Druid's gear fast and classic? Forget about it, man. Druids in TBC. Day 1 of hitting 70, you're going to have like 6 blues on. And you're going to have like 200 resilience. Guess how? I know some of you know. I talked about it on stream before. I feel like some of you know. I heard what I said. On the first day, you can have so many blues, and you're gonna be looking so cool. On the the first day you hit 70. Does TBC have changed to the world, like more graveyards and looting mechanics? Oh yeah, dude, a ton changes in TBC. Focus target, no debuff slots like we were saying before. The whole old world leveling changes. You have more talents, way more talents. Guild Bank, right? Is it Guild Banks in TBC? Wait, is that Wrath? No, it's TBC, right? Yeah, you have Guild Banks. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you definitely have Guild Bank. You have Guild Banks. What else? Big changes in TBC. Is there more flight points? Oh yeah, there is more flight points. You're right. Yeah, so like the Alliance, for example, has a flight path in Stranglethorn. In North Stranglethorn. That's pretty hype, right? You know the Rebel camp? There's a flight path there. Yeah. So Nabstick knows what's up. He remembers. So pretty much those initial factions. Remember when you go into Thrallmar or Honor Hold for the first time? That's what it's called, right? Thrallmar and Honor Hold, and then you have Cenarian Expedition. All those guys, and also not Aldor, Lower City, Thrallmar, Cenarian Expedition. All those guys are meant to give the classes like 1-2 blue pieces once you get honored, right? You got to get to Revere to get the key anyway, so you have to do it. But Druid, because you have so many specs, they give you 2 pieces per spec. And the 2-piece set bonus for each one gives you a bunch of resilience, and it's basically PvP gear. It has resilience on it as well, and it has 6 stuff like increases your movement speed and cat form. Like it has some really good set bonuses too. So if you just get honored with those initial factions, you get like a full set. It's insane. Did you get a TBC survey? I didn't take it yet. We've been talking about it a little bit. I just hope they don't do TBC at the expense of Classic. That's the only thing I feel strongly about. And then if TBC was to come out, I would prefer to play on a fresh one, a fresh realm. New server, new culture, new economy, no multi-boxing, no gold advantage. Fresh, dude. Yeah, jewel craft. I like jewel crafting though. What do you guys think about jewel crafting? You enjoy it? You think it adds or detracts from the game? One downside though of TBC is that engineering isn't as big of a deal. A lot of those cool gadgets and gizmos aren't as big of a deal. Instead, you have new professions that are really good for PvP. Like jewel crafting is apparently, jewel crafting enchanting is apparently the best PvP professions, because you get special gems, you get more powerful gems, and then the enchanting one. What does enchanting give you? I think it gives you a trinket or something. Someone's gonna know. JC is a moneymaker. Yeah, true. I think it's pretty fun. The gems look pretty cool. Blood Elf Hunter. What are the best professions TBC? Oh yeah, we're just answering that. So yeah, in PvP, it's jewel crafting and enchanting. Oh yeah, ring enchants. That's it. I forgot. Yeah, you're right. Ring enchants. I just think some people too, they roll tanks because they want to be chunky, right? They want to get defensive stats. They want to be hard to kill. And in Classic, a lot of the times, you're not really fulfilling that destiny. You're wearing like DPS pieces, and you're just trying to get away with as much plus damage as possible, so you have more threat. In TBC, threat isn't as big of an issue for some reason, just the way it all maths out. It's not as big of an issue, and the tanks are going for more survivability pieces. And I think for a lot of tanks, are going to like that. Like if you're a druid, you get this set called the Kodo set, You get leatherworking. It's a really good set. It's a blue set, like a starter tanking set. Oh, you guys remember drums? That's another thing in TBC. Thing is, everybody can use the drum, right? You just can't craft it unless you're leatherworking. You should update your wand progression guide for Horde. The wand that you can buy at level 20 from all the towns is the same wand you get from a quest reward from WC. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Thank you, Chris. What about the faction balance? Yeah, that's something we should talk about too on TBC. Are we talking too much about TBC? I mean, everybody likes TBC, right? TBC faction balance. People say it's going to be worse than Classic. What do you guys think? Let's start there. You think the faction balance is going to be worse? And then I'm going to talk about something that's kind of interesting about... People say that the Horde racials are way better in TBC for PvP. I don't know too much about the PvE side of things. I don't know if it even matters really in PvE, does it? But in PvP, they say the Horde racials are even stronger. But for Priest and Rogue, which are some of the S tier classes in PvE, you know, you play them in Rogue is possibly the strongest class in TBC. I don't know. But Rogue and Priest, two of the strongest classes, have better alliance racials. So right there's that. And now if you're telling me the Arcane Torrent for the Blood Elf is so strong, you're thinking for Rogue and Priest, it's not going to be as strong as the Alliance equivalent. So take that out of the equation. So think about other classes with it. Druid, is a Druid really... A Druid can't even be Blood Elf, so that's a non-factor. I mean, Paladin has it. Actually, Red Paladin with Arcane Torrent is pretty annoying, I gotta say. Pretty annoying. I think people are annoyingly min-max their factions in all expansions. It really ruins a lot of servers because everyone has Herd or Horde racials. Thing is, they're not even that much better, though. Because Priest and Rogue are already better Alliance racials. So think about Druid. Okay, Druid has better Horde racials as War Stomp. True. And Druid is S tier. Druid is actually so strong. So the fact that they have War Stomp, it's kind of insane. What else? Mage racials. I mean, it's probably... Apparently, Wodif is stronger in TBC. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they say... If Horde racials are stronger for Mage. Let's see what else. For Warlock? For Warlock, though, don't they nerf the stun resist for Orcs in TBC? I think they do. I think it goes down to like 5% or something, right? I think it goes down to like 5%, so... Alliance Warlock might be better. Nah, Undead though. Undead with the Fear Break. Nah, yeah. I'm trolling. Why don't you delete the apples? Oh, this is a spirit food apple, so I keep these. These are pretty useful to have. Everybody has Fear Ward in TBC. I don't know if you guys remember that, but every priest has Fear Ward. But the priest on Alliance, the Dwarf Priest is the strongest priest. 100%. Dwarf Priest is disgusting. Not only do you have Stone Form, you also have the Omega Self Heal. What is that one called again? You have that, and then you also have Chastise, and so do Drain Eyes. But it's only on like a 20 or 30 second cooldown, and you can peel melee off you. It does good damage. Very short cooldown. Absolutely insane. Desperate Prayer, yeah. Dwarf Rogue's still alive, Kingston. Good to see you back here, bro. Hey, man, you got me so hyped with TBC with your last live stream. Hell yeah, Thomas. Yeah, I think we're all hyped with TBC. Does that bother any of you, though, guys? That like, so right now you're playing on a classic server, right? You're on Grobulus, Incendius, Scarum, wherever you're at. You have some people that are big pumpers, they're strong, they're part of the same guilds already. The guild, the sort of the pecking order of your server has been established right now. You know who the elite, big pumpers, sweaty gamers are on the server. They're stockpiling gold, they're getting ahead. And then TBC comes around, and that just continues. Their gold advantage, their all of that just continues to snowball and compound, and it's kind of more of the same. Basically, it's par for the course. Your server is par for the course. I feel like with TBC, people kind of low key want something fresh. They want something, a new community. They want new guilds to form. So I hope they have some TBC fresh. Is my point. Maybe a couple TBC fresh servers. Put a one in the chat if you want to continue your server, continue your guild, continue everything. Because on the same note, if you're part of a guild, maybe you just want to continue with your guild. One in the chat if you want to continue with the servers and it just graduates up and you're going to play, just continue on your server. Or 2 if you want to play on a fresh. If TBC were to come out tomorrow. Another potion. Is this the blessed run? I'm over it, man. I'm too traumatized from hardcore. Nothing is the blessed run to me anymore. Every run is scuffed. Every run is just a ticking time bomb. Look at all the 2s. See, a good amount of people want 2s. I'll admit I don't want to restart at level 1, but I don't want that sweat advantage either. Not bothered at all. Classic misses a lot of stuff that TBC gives. Limit gold taken over. Interesting. Still, though, don't you just think to yourself, like, there's probably just some dudes out there that have basically infinity gold right now. They're done with gold. They just made so much gold. It's not going to be an issue for them at TBC. They're just going to roll in there. Imagine, just trying to visualize it. They hit 70, on day 1. They buy their flying mount on day 1. The epic flying. They have enough gold to buy epic flying day 1. No problem. Easy peasy. They have all their multi-box set up, all their software set up, all the characters are leveled up, they know exactly what to do, and they come in and they start doing, dungeons and blasting through the dungeons, and it gets classic pretty much. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't bother anybody. At least with a fresh server, it delays that. It delays the eventual sweat. I have 22k gold on classic, and I'm fine with a fresh start. Hell yeah. Asmund gold suggested. Character copies to TBC servers but delete all gold and BOEs. Interesting. I don't think they're gonna do that though. That seems too complicated for Blizzard, right? Blizzard never does like strats with a bunch of minutia little rules like that. I've never seen it, at least. Yeah, it delays the sweat though. It does if it's fresh. Big delay. I wanted to play fresh but with same guild. I mean, isn't that some of the most exciting times in WoW though, guys? When you're starting over on a new server, especially with existing friends, and everybody's going through the process together. Like, so how fast did Classic get defeated? If you think about it, people were done with Ragnaros and everything. Day 6, me personally, we killed Ragnaros day 9. So there was guilds before us that did on like day 7, day 6 maybe. It was apes, right? How fast is the content going to be cleared if people are able to start with, full Nax gear, full consumes, 20k gold, right out the gate. They hit the ground running. They can ignore every quest reward from Hellfire. They have the best gear possible because you're gonna only probably replace a few things on the way up. If you have really good Nax gear, you hit the ground running. You get the 70 probably within a day because there's gonna be some PTR or something, so people are gonna figure it out in advance. They're probably gonna get the 70. Maybe not day 1. Maybe day 3. Day 3, Mag and Gruul and all that, and Kara, and I don't know. Don't you want to delay the sweat a little bit? Just delay it. The sweat is inevitable. Are they rushing Classic too much? You know what? One reason why they're rushing Classic too much, though, if that's how you feel about it. One of the reasons why they're rushing Classic too much, IMO, is that because people were so sweaty with the leveling, and because we did the spell cleave meta, and I participated fully in every aspect, including multi-box. And I don't necessarily regret it because oftentimes you have to go through it yourself to kind of figure out, if it's good or bad or whatever. So, anyway, we blasted through the leveling so fast. We cleared the content so fast as a community. Day 6 rag kill. spell cleave, melee cleave, 10-man dungeon cleave. Now we have the mage boosts. Everybody's going to have full 60s every class soon. That it almost felt like Blizzard had no choice to keep up with the rate the content was being smashed to accelerate the timeline. I don't know if anybody agrees with that. But they probably wanted to stretch Classic out longer. Initially, they probably wanted to slow roll it a little bit more. But they're looking at a situation where like 2 weeks in and half the player base is level 60. Maybe not half. It did take, maybe not half, but faster than they thought, right? Who knows exactly how much. I think that accelerated the timeline. Quick scamming, you love to see it. What's up, brother? You love to see it. Big Crick's in the house. Hell yeah, man. You love to see the Warlock. TBC next summer? That's when I think it'll be. When do you guys think realistically? I mean, it would be consistent with Blizzard, what Blizzard said last time. So we look back at the precedent. Classic was supposed to launch in summer. It ended up coming out on like the last day of summer. I don't think it was even summer anymore, was it? Maybe it was like the last technical day of the summer. So because they launched something in summer last time, it makes it a little bit of a stronger case they would try to do it in the summer again. Something about the summer is good for launching games, I guess. They gotta buff the content. We were talking about it on the last GMA. Who's gonna be upset though? Let's take a quick poll. Actually, let's do a straw poll. I'm really interested about this because we're gonna do a dedicated TBC GMA this week. All right. Hold up. Here's the straw poll. Let's say, okay, Blizzard buffs TBC content. I don't know if they even need to buff it though. Maybe they do. Maybe they do, because right now, at least on the private servers, stuff feels pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie. But then that's the same thing with Classic, though. It felt harder on the private servers, and then it was easier in practice. If Blizzard buffed all the content by 30%, yay or nay? Let's see. I'm gonna put this drop in here. Because I'm thinking to myself, who's really going to be upset with it? If it affects everybody, people don't like when people get people don't really like when people get an unfair advantage, right? I mean, I'm just freestyling here, shooting from the hip. It could be 30%, 10%, I mean 20%. People want to not have others get an unfair advantage, but if everybody has to deal with just a flat 30% increase on all values, questing, raiding, dungeons, everything just gets scaled up by 30%. Who's getting upset there? I'm trying to think about it. Because, yeah, I mean, it might be frustrating sometimes. But it affects everybody equally. At the same time, though, I think to myself, and this is what I've said a lot of times, this is what I've personally said to a lot of people that are saying, they need to change this about Classic. They need to change this. Like, Classic is scuffed. They need to change this right now. I will say the same thing I said. Why don't we at least go through one server lifecycle of the original reference client values? These games aren't going anywhere, unless you think the games are just going to be totally dead after that and nobody's ever going to play them again. But we've been playing Classic for like 15 years on private servers or whatever after the fact. Go through one server lifecycle with the reference values, see what's wrong about it, see how it feels. Ooh, small black pouch. I'm not calling it the Blessed Run, though. Too traumatized from hardcore, man. I don't know what it's going to take for me to call something the Blessed Run again. It's going to take getting to level 20 or something first. Then we're going to start thinking about calling it the Blessed Run. I don't think you can do that now. It doesn't reflect everyone equally. The sweaty guilds have better gear. Yeah, that is true. I mean... But at the same time, even in the non-sweaty guilds, wouldn't they want harder content too? Is there anyone right now crying for easier content though? That's what I'm saying. Like, or is there people saying, or not? I mean, is there anybody here feeling the content is too hard? I don't think so. You can kind of just pug the raids. Not interested in a harder tuned leveling experience just to appease no life or sweaty raiders. I enjoy the current leveling difficulty. I'm not saying in Classic though. Let's think TBC here. Classic is, well, I don't know. Maybe they should though in future Classic servers. Gotta think about this. Here's the case. Here's probably the strongest case to be made about not doing that. There's a certain magic to these expansions. There's a certain unquantifiable magic to vanilla, to TBC. There was some just secret sauce that was created as a function of all the different variables. It all added up to the game that a lot of people just love so much. Mess with the formula, and it may have unforeseen consequences, and it may mess with the magic. It may mess with the mojo. It may mess with the secret sauce. And what's so bad about TBC, or even Classic for that matter, that it warrants changing. Even Classic right now, it doesn't bother me that much that the raids are easier. Beating the robot doesn't really make me feel like it once used to. Beating the robot every week, I'm just trying to get through those raids. I don't know about you guys. Like, do you have the same amount of fun clearing BWL each week? Is it really fun in that sense? Like, you're happy you killed a boss? Like, it's fun the first time. Then you're just trying to, in the future raids, you're worried about your individual performance. You're trying to just do it better. You know, I don't remember TBC Heroics being easy. They're not. They're not. Even the regular dungeons, man. Even the regular dungeons in TBC, Crixus here, the regular dungeons slap. BWO is just fine as is. Super min-maxing culture kind of broke the raid. Yeah, TBC Heroics are no joke. Let me see this, the answer to this, though. Most people want to buff the content. There it is, dude. That's useful. 60% of people would have no problem with buffing content by 30%. That's a useful nugget, man. We gotta clip it and ship it over to Blizzard.
Come get the food.
Alright, let's vendor. Go up to Razor Hill.
Talk to me. What you want?
Oh god, we have a lot of money somehow. Let's buy some bags, dude.
How you doing, man?
Can we buy 2 bags? I think we can buy 2 bags. Why do we have so much money right now? It's kind of insane.
You be careful, man.
Wow. Okay. TBC Heroics honestly should have been given better loot. You think so? Don't they drop oh, we're going to Herbalism. I should have got this already, actually. Let's get Herbalism right here. Herbalism skinning again? Do we go Herbalism skinning or do we go Herbalism alchemy? I'm gonna switch it up, bro. Should we go Herb Alch? Do we really need money on a Warlock? Maybe we do. Actually, maybe we do. Maybe we do. Maybe we do. We're crafting the wand. That's the thing, too. We're crafting the wand. We're gonna drop alch. Yeah. Never mind. We're crafting the wand. Yeah. We're just gonna get Herbalism for a second here. Then we'll drop it later. But yeah, the TBC Heroics, I feel like they drop pretty good gear. And some of them drop epics, don't they? Isn't there like a small chance to drop an epics on some of them? TBC Heroics, 5 good loot too, carries you into end of T4. For real though, but the thing is Crix, so you're playing on Endless, right? Crix is one of the, I'd say one of the top TBC streamers at the moment. And the private server values could be way harder though than what it ends up being in reality, right? It's possible. So that's what some people are concerned about. Honestly though, even the values in Classic, they don't bother me. And they don't feel, I mean, the thing that bothers me about the Classic values is that they're so easy that it allows you to do weird stuff, like just sit there and spam, you know, melee cleave or spell cleave or mage 1 pulse. If they could eliminate that, I feel like the difficulty's not that bad. I really hope that's not a thing, TBC. Give me some hope here, guys. What about TBC would make it so that mages can't do 1 pulls, to make it that there's no multi-box meta? What was your most recent hardcore death? It was a hunter. Heroics one shot you? Hell yeah, dude. Heroic shattered halls. Holy moly. Heroic steam vaults. Holy moly, dude. No joke. Those are no joke. Heroics are the perfect difficulty. Yeah, I hear you, man. I really enjoy the dungeons in TBC, man. I really do. They feel so good. Even the normal dungeons. It could be a private server thing, but even the normal dungeons feel dangerous. At least to me. They do. You know, normal Steam Vaults. What else is a hard one? Normal Alcatraz. Dude, I am terrified of Alcatraz. I wiped the group in Alcatraz. I think I have permanent like PTSD from Alcatraz. Because there's this one robot that is like a chain lightning, conal chain lightning, and I didn't remember Alcatraz, so I pulled it and it started zapping the whole group, and everybody yelled at me. Oh god, super cringe. Now I know though, and that was just normal, bro. MGT? Oh, Magister Terrace? I don't remember. Yeah, Magister Terrace is. I love Magister. I ran that so much. I got the white Hawk Strider like multiple times. That's how much I ran. I dropped probably like 5 times for me. I did that dungeon so much. I just love Magister's Terrace. Heroic Alcatraz. Bro, I'm terrified. I am terrified of Heroic Alcatraz. Crix, did you do that yet? Max level up in hardcore has been 35 on a hunter. Lock is super strong in TBC. Oh hell yeah. So I talked a lot about Druid, right? What is there to love about Warlocks? So much to love about Warlocks. Where do we start? Where do we start, Crix? What is there to love about Warlocks in TBC? So much. Favorite thing about Warlocks in TBC is that you can play Soy Link and nobody will meme. Well, nobody will meme you. Nobody will think you're a meme. You can wholeheartedly play Soy Link, and people, and you know it's legit. It's expected that you play Soy Link, right? It's my favorite lock style of play because I don't really like play Glass Cannon in any game. I like to be kind of chunky and to outlast and to outvalue. So when you play Soy Link in Classic, people kind of think you're trolling, and they expect you to win every duel and all this. The fact that I can play SLSL and just be like a real gamer. Golly, that sounds good. Yeah, so you have enough talent points. Where I'm going with this is you have enough talent points to get Siphon Life and Soul Link. There it is. Boom.
Seed of Corruption.
Oh yeah, Seed of Corruption. Who said that? Seed of Corruption. Warriston with the €2. Yes, man. Seed of Corruption is insane. Is it the most AoE damage? Wait, hold up, guys. Warlocks do more AoE damage than mages now, right? With Seed of Corruption in TBC. It's not the same. It's not exactly the same type. But if you do Seed of Corruption, it's like 10k DPS or something. It's some insane amount. Like you can't keep up. What if you had a 30-second window to do as much AoE damage as possible? Would a mage win or a warlock win in TBC? It would depend how many targets, too, right? Yeah, it would have to depend on how many targets. Say like 5 targets. 5 targets. Warlock or mage, who's winning that? Depends on how many targets with Seed. With Seed, a lock would win. Damn, dude, feels good, man. So one thing about TBC as an overarching thing, not to say that they're not strong, because they're still really strong, but mages and warriors. Most people are gonna if you add, okay, what are the strongest classes in Classic? Fuck, I always do this. I should always lead the passer. Most people are gonna say mages and warriors are the strongest classes in Classic. That's what they're gonna say. Most people, not, you know. Nobody knows the correct answer, but that's what most people will say. Mages and warriors in TBC take a few steps down, right? They're not as blatantly insane, which is pretty sick. And I think Warlock's Warlock's definitely become stronger. Probably more so than mages in TBC, right? I love the Felguard too, man. I know it's not as strong as the Fell Hunter because the Fell Hunter is still the strongest because it can still, you know, it can still purge stuff offensively and defensively. It can still blanket silence. It's just insane. It has high resist. I get it. But the Fell Hunter is like the coolest thing I've ever seen. Blade Storm, Intercept, Cleave. Oh, Felguard. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Felguard. My bad. Felguard. Cleave, Intercept, Blade Storm, Taunt. Those are the abilities, right? So strong, dude. It actually slaps so hard. It can solo stuff. It can solo a mob easily. Yeah, they get spell reflect in TBC. Felguard's like the coolest thing. It's the cool. It just looks amazing. I mean, I love it. I love it. And there's some reasons to use this Felguard too. If you look at some of the talents, oh god, man, demonic resilience talent. I'm probably gonna go Warlock, man. Did you already talk about the Burning Crusade survey? Like, yeah, we've been talking about it all morning. I'm probably gonna be Warlock. Let's be honest. I already have a 60 Warlock, and he's gonna be good to go. Because they're. I mean, if I have full Nax gear on my Orc Warlock and TBC comes out, okay. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to think about this realistically. If it's summer 21, we've been raiding Nax. I would still prefer all the TBC servers to be fresh, but the fact that there's no shot in hell that Blizzard's going to do that and make them all fresh, and they're going to graduate your guy up, and that everybody else is going to graduate their guy up, I might succumb. My values might succumb. I might have to just play the Warlock, man. Just keep it going right into TBC. You know, leave the guild behind, just start over fresh on a TBC realm. I have to think about it. I just hope that they would leave Classic as is. You did it. You did. You cleared Nax. You have all the gear. You're gonna be forever a legend on your Classic server. If you want to play TBC though, gotta roll fresh. Econ would be so scuffed. That's what I'm saying though. It would be. You'd have some people with 9 million gold. How set is Frostadamus gonna be by the time TBC comes out? How much gold is he gonna have come TBC? How much gold does he have now? I don't even know if he's still farming gold. Is he still farming gold? That guy is a monster at farming gold. Somehow, he doesn't get tired of it. I think what I am to leveling, Frost is to farming gold. Like, I could just level and it's chill. I find it, like, relaxing and fun and stuff. That man loves making gold so much. He's probably gonna be like a billionaire. Maybe not a billionaire. What's gold cap in Classic? Bro, he's gonna have so much gold. It's gonna be disgusting. He'll be at cap easily. Man, oh man. Oh, we gotta make this our home.
Speak, friend.
Wow. I just saw that my college roommate from sophomore year, who I haven't talked to in... How long has it been since sophomore year? 2012? Just logged on to WoW for the first time.
What can I help you with?
In forever. Let's send him a message real quick. Alright. Let's go train. We got our yeah, we got everything. Should I have some cheese and rice for dinner? I don't know. I don't advocate for straight cheese and rice. You have to add something in addition to the cheese and rice. Just cheese and rice, no bueno.
What do you need?
Oh, we gotta get to 8 before we do.
Speak, friend.
Wow, we're so much higher level than we. What happened, man? I just saw. I haven't even. Sometimes you just go into a trance. You talk to the chat. You don't even realize you're playing. Somehow, we're almost 8 and about to do Kulturas. Strange. Okay. At this point, do I have encroachment? Maybe I just do the first half encroachment, ding 8, then do all Kulturas? I guess. Yeah. Let's do that.
some.
Buy a bag.
Raw.
Buy first aid.
For the horde.
Why did I buy first aid? That was a misplay because we're making wand. It's okay though. It's not a big deal. Life tap. Alright, we'll do the first half of encroachment. Ding 8 off that. Then do all the stuff we usually do. TBC hardcore will be awesome.
Strength and honor.
Yeah, it actually might be. It might be because you know what? You know why? Well, it'll be easier. I mean, leveling will be easier, but that might make it more interesting. People might be able to survive longer. That's another thing I want to talk about, though, guys. What do you guys think for the next Hardcore Cup? Should we do solo, or should we try something different? Oh, from this bracket, I just realized. I go Shadow Bolt, Corruption, Shadow Bolt. That's the new rotation. Shadow Bolt, Corruption. Try duos. Oh yeah, my cheese and rice thing. Yeah, you got to mix it with beans or something. You got to put some sauce or some beans. Just cheese and rice. I don't know about that. Teams would be cool. Yeah, we actually have a poll going on the hardcore Discord. Let me shield that real quick. Let me shield this Discord. If you haven't joined this Discord and you're interested in getting involved with this hardcore community, it's kind of sad though. You think the hardcore community is going to die after TBC comes out? Probably. Maybe it'll move into TBC. We'll have to see. If you haven't joined this Discord though, do it up. Another thing we could do is a class restricted challenge. Some people thought that would be interesting, where everybody just plays one class. I don't know though. Pros and cons to everything. Hardcore tournaments are great. Thoughts on extending duration? The thing is, we're limited in the sense that people can only sit still for so long. To ask people to go longer than 10 hours, I think, is the absolute maximum. People are already starting to fatigue after 10 hours. And the other thing is the casters, too. We would need more casters to be able to take shifts.
Next Hardcore Cup. Anyone who wants to be in it, get to 20 so we can start it at LV20 in. See who goes the furthest in 8 hours. Start at level 15 or 20.
Oh, that's interesting too. I never thought about that. Starting at a high level? Interesting. That is super interesting. Like, you could say you can't have more than 5% XP into level 20 and start at level 20. There's so much you can do, man. The thing is, I don't know how many people we would get, though. Because we'd probably have a lot less competitors. But maybe even just starting at 10 would be interesting. I don't know. The poll as it stands on the hardcore Discord is that most people want to see duos. They want to give it a shot. It's so tight though. What channel is that poll in? It's in under announcements if you want to vote on it. I think it's like 2% more people want to try duos out, but a part of me thinks there's still that many people who like solo. Maybe we should just continue solo, because we know solo works. We've done solo before. We'll see. We'll probably have all the people that voted for the 5-man tournament, because that was another idea too. I don't know if you guys think this is cool or not, but you could do teams of 5, and then the goal would be teams of 5 would all level up together, and they would race to see who could complete Wailing Caverns and Dead Mines together. Hardcore, no deaths. You have to complete both those dungeons, or maybe just one of them. Probably both, though, so it would require both sides to go into the other lands. I think that would be fun, too, but not many people have voted on that. Hey, what's up, Ange? I like that. Oh, thanks for the $10, Crix, by the way. I forgot to say that. Thank you, brother. Are you at work right now, Crix? Oh, no, you're at home. You're at home. Everybody's working from home right now. That's crazy. That is insane. Usually we have people watching the stream from work. It just dawned on me that all of you are home right now. Monday morning. Golly, what a time to be alive. I just like that, to be honest. I've done every single 1 to 10 so many times. If I watch someone else level to 10 one more time, I can only do it because you were entertaining. Thanks, man. People start at 10. That would be interesting. Because pretty much anybody who wanted to play in the tournament could get to 10. And it'd be cool, too, because they could get a bunch of bags and try to, like, twink themselves out best they can. I see a logistical issue with that, though, because then you'd have to actually go verify their hardcore stream from 1 to 10 because they're all doing that independently to make sure they didn't get anything funneled to them or anything. That would be rough. That would be rough because you only have a few minutes to review everything. Do you play DS Ruin or SM Ruin on your lock? I play SM Ruin. Ooh, a chest. SM Ruin or DS Ruin for maximum BWL pumpage? For absolutely maximum BWL pumpage, depends on what it depends on a lot of things. Depends on what debuffs you're allowed. You're allowed if you're able to use curses. It depends, you know, how fast you're killing bosses. It depends how many warlocks you have. It depends how fast your kill speeds are on the boss. I would say all things considered. You're here too, right, Crix? Max BWL pumpage is probably going DS Ruin and doing the whole succubus thing where you pretty much... Golly, my imp's about to die. You sack the succubus, then you respec SM Ruin. This is if you're going for like a clap night, right? And you only have 30 minutes. It's kind of a meme though. You only have 30 minutes. But if you're going for a clap night and you're trying to go super try hard, you would go DS, sacrifice your succubus, get the demonic sacrifice buff, respec, go SM Ruin, get Shadow Mastery, or the whatever it's called, the yeah, Shadow Mastery, right? So then you get 15% damage from the succubus plus 10% damage from Shadow Mastery. And then ideally your guild, who was like down to let you pump hard that night, would summon you to the instance. And you have 30 minutes to go super hard. They give you Tranquil Air Totem. They give you that or Salve if you're Alliance. That's probably the best, right? But if you were not going to do that, most of the locks who have been simming stuff, I don't really sim stuff out that much. I probably should. I think most locks say, you know, if you're playing in a semi-hardcore raid group that's, you know, 90 percentile, DS Ruin is going to have the edge. And something like MC, there's more multi-dot targets, so you're fighting, you know, like Lucifron, Domo. The one dude where he has all those guys, you gotta silence. I forgot the name of that guy. Sulfur and Harbinger. There's more multi-dot stuff in there. So it makes more sense that SM Ruin would be stronger, because you can Agony, Corruption, more stuff. But in BWL, it's not as much multi-dot. So I think DS Ruin is better. Why are you leveling another Warlock? This is the hardcore challenge, so it's a whole separate thing. We're trying to level as high as possible without dying. Some people thought that the duos might get a little boring, though. Potentially. I don't know if it would be, because duo leveling is pretty sweet. It is fun. It's more fun to play than watch, probably, though. And then less people are going to be dying because you have two people. Because you're going to be able to heal and stuff. So you're going to have less death clips. People like the death clips. It also feels like more of an accomplishment when one person does it. When you watch one person with their own blood, sweat, and tears from one guy or girl, you know, gets up to whatever level they get up to. And the other thing about duo is that I do think people would still die in duo. People say no one would ever die. Because when you do play in a two-man team, you pull more aggressively. And you can get kind of cocky and complacent because you're either talking with the person or whatever. Oh, we're done here. What are we doing? We're 8. Let's go get our... Ooh, another small brown pouch. Did we buy this? Or no, I think we bought that. Wow, we have full bags. That's insane. Full bags. Interpersonal trauma with the duos, yeah. I still think people will die. I don't know. And stuff. We could try it. There's only one way to find out. You just gotta try it. On the inverse, though, we've seen 2 solo hardcore tournaments already, and maybe people want to try something different because they know how it works and they want to switch it up. Gray and Thick Meta only made it to level 10 with duo pallies? No. They died? With double pally? They just got too hype, right? They got too giggly. That's what I'm going to go ahead and speculate right here. They got too giggly, huh? Thick Meta was trolling Grays. Grays was trolling Thick Meta. They got lost in the sauce. They pulled too much stuff. What about a hardcore tourney that is faction and class random draw? Ooh, that's pretty cool too. Same time, you're going to be watching people get lower level though.
Blood and thunder.
God, there's always a give and a take, right? You're going to be... Oh shit.
Farewell.
People are going to be playing worse because they're playing classes out of their comfort zone. So you're going to be watching people play classes. Because part of the appeal of watching a hardcore tournament is watching people play the class really well. To see how far they can get. And people are refining their roots to... Get naked, boys. People are refining their roots to improve and get better and better. I feel like that might be the type of thing that feels good in... Oh golly, we're not gonna have enough for Firebolt as well. How much is Firebolt? It's only 1 silver though. Guess we gotta sell some cloth. Alright, we're good. Alright, let's go. Thick kept putting on this voice for his tune. I was dying and crying. Did they die yesterday? When did they die? Oh, did they die right after the tournament? They definitely did, huh? They definitely died after the tournament. What level did the priest that was grinding everything with the quest get the Ooh bandage? Well, I'm not sure. We had the guy who won, the guy who basically came in 2nd place out of all the classes last tournament played priest this time, and he won class lead for priest, and he did really well. I think he got to 18 or something as priest in an 8-hour window. That's so good. I mean, just to reiterate, guys, for those of you who weren't here earlier in the stream, 2nd place. Overall, we're not talking about, you know, there was 6 hunters in 1st place. Overall, 2nd place was a rogue. It just goes to show that a lot of time it's player over class, right? It's rooting, you know, all that stuff over class. Rogue 2nd place got to level 20 and 90% into 20 in an 8-hour play window on Rogue. That's so impressive, and arguably even more impressive than that was the 3rd place overall was a warrior. I mean, need I say more, man? A orc warrior, 19 and change, 19.5. Unbelievable, in 8 hours. That's so good. So good. And then we had these upsets. We had Ampi die. We had Tactics die. We had X-Ruse die. Just so crazy. He got pretty lucky with the daggers, though, did he? I'm not even sure. We didn't really check in too much with the weapon progression on him, man. But he just, I mean, that is just so impressive. And then the Hunter, it was just impressive all around, because the Hunter who came in first place, he's not a one-trick pony. He didn't do it one time, because he came in second place last time. He came in first place this time. And he did it even with the one life pet rule. And his pet died a couple times. He actually had to retame new pets. Warrior's a huge pumper, 1 to 20? Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know about huge pumper. They usually fall off when they get to the Barons. They're pretty good 1 to 10, but once you start getting to the Barons, man, you start to feel gimped as a warrior. I'm a new player and being new, 0 people talk to me in game, same as on here. As a new player, give me a reason to continually be rejected in the game with 0 social aspect. I don't think people are... I think you might just have a high expectation of people trying to talk to you on the internet in general, man. It's rough these days. The internet is changed. It's not as welcoming as it once was because everybody's so sensitized to it, used to it. But no, I don't think anyone's trying to ignore you, bro. If anything, this community is pretty chill comparatively to like some of the esports games with some of the Zoomers in it, man. Forget about it. Try to play Dota right now or CS as a new player, Pff, brother. People are gonna talk mad shit. This game is all about the social side. Life is all about the social side. Let's tactical apple here, drink some water. This is a scary area. As we all know, the Kulturas area. Oh, guys, anybody see the PvP death during the tournament? That was insane. We had our first hardcore community cup PvP death, and it was truly epic. It happened right here, at this very spot. These hallowed grounds right here. Someone died in PvP. You're probably doing the putting the math together, doing the math of what happened. Yup. People are scratching their head, right? How does a PvP death happen in Tiragard Keep in Durotar? You tell me, dude. It was insane. There was a, you know, you guys have seen Peo do this, right? It's pretty creative. There was a dude named Kulturas, and I don't know how they make it look so perfect. They look identical to these guys. Like, there's nothing different about them. Like, they have the full armor set on. Looks identical to these guys named Kulturas, or Kultiran, or something like that. And he came out here and jebaited one of the contestants into attacking him. My man Strike from the chat. And killed his ass. Level 7 warrior, exactly. He had like swift... Oh my... I'm getting more and more tempted to call this the blessed run. We just got 4 potions from this chest? Bruh, we had 8 potions? That's insane. I'm not calling it the blessed run yet. I'm too traumatized. Too much trauma from the hardcore. Too much. It's not blessed till we hit like level 20. No blessings. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's in the chat. What were you thinking, Strike? Did you realize there was a player right away? Give me your honest feedback here. It was hilarious to watch. Platinum, I was doing a clip video over all the shenanigans that took place. No, it wasn't Peo. It was someone who was... I think Peo started it, though, right? Yeah, there it is, the PvP death clip. I'll link it in the YouTube as well. Let me make sure it works. Here you guys go on the YouTube side of things. If you didn't watch it, it's pretty funny. It's like a minute long. It's pretty funny. And he's in the chat right now, the guy who it happened to. As soon as I took my first swing, God, man. I don't blame you, though. Like, if someone started RP walking down these stairs right now, I might just reflexively throw an agony on it. Like, just... Cheese and Rice invites me to the group. Sorry, bro. Hardcore challenge. Alright. No. Let's chill with the imp regen a little bit. Alright. He was out of combat for a year and the dude didn't even charge. Yo, I mean, the thing is, dude, I think you might have survived Strike if you didn't fight him. Because how is he going to catch you? I mean, you know, hindsight is 20/20, obviously, right? But I watched the clip a couple times. Yeah, you can use all the skills except for Soulstone. No Soulstone. If you die, it's over. Actually, that NPC mimic thing started in 2005, an original classic, huh? Hold up, let me just dispose of Mr. Benedict right now. Started in 2005, an original classic, and the person that did it got banned by Blizzard? Surprised they're letting it go on now. I mean, that's legit, though. It's not like, I don't think that should be bannable. What do you guys think? Is that bannable? It's legit. It's honestly, it really is creative use of game mechanics. I think it's pretty awesome that that's a thing. I mean, you just gotta be mindful of it. Like, it's not like the people can't figure it out. You just have to be a little attentive. You'd have to see the name, realize that it's a player. I don't know. Definitely not be bannable. It's kind of cool. The original person that did that mimic thing named himself something Blizzard believable and made a guild called Rare Item Vendor. That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious. That is so funny. He just posted up by like a little like a chest or something believable and made himself look like a hidden NPC. Back in the day in real classic too. And you know, people didn't know everything about the world. You really did just run into random vendors and stuff. It felt like, at least. It felt like you would just discover weird shit. That's so funny. That is so funny. Rare item vendor. Hunters would bait players. Oh yeah, Eyes of the Beast. I've done that before too. You get a pet. You get a pet that's like a level 1 gray wolf, and you use Eyes of the Beast on it, and then you RP walk around the starting zone with it. Yeah, that's genius. I love that. Literally RP in an MMORPG, it's true. Well, they probably, I mean, Blizzard probably realized that, right? It's probably not banning it anymore. I have to be honest with you, though, guys. I was really surprised that nobody really griefed the tournament. People were really cool about it. You know, it's tough to pull stuff off like that on the internet, especially when it's all community-driven. Like, there was no high levels fucking with us. And that was my main pain point of going into, you know, a global cup with different servers. I know Bloodseal is pretty chill, and people are going to be respectful and chill on Bloodseal, but we're going on some of the populated EU servers, the Oceanic server. It was so cool that people were, you know, we're letting it take place, and they weren't griefing the tournament or anything. Do you have any plans on doing a Warlock BWL video like you did with MC? I think as I get better in BWL, I've already learned a good amount in the past couple weeks because I was a little out of practice. I'd be down to do one. Yeah, Crix, you're still here? You down to do a BWL Warlock guide? Shit. Your UI looks so clean. What you got going on here? What's up, Alex Trebek? What are you interested in, man? As far as the UI, this is called Dominoes, the action bars and everything. People seem to like it. What add-on is tracking your dots on the right? That's called Nug running, N-U-G running. Is this the blessed run, Senrad, man? I'm too traumatized, dude. I'm not calling anything blessed until we're at least level 20. Too many deaths. Too much scuffed. Too many scuffed runs. Oh, Kalix in here. What's up, Kalix? Good to see you, bro. Kalix, you did awesome, man. I mean, if it wasn't for Iron Chump, you probably would have won Kalix. I think you were one of the highest warriors. He came out of nowhere with that. That dude has been part of the hardcore community, and he's been talking some smack since the day he joined. And usually people that talk smack are usually, you know, in my experience, they oh shit, that's a big bull. Never mind, we're out. Sorry, Tarnip, you have to take this L, brother. I'm gonna resummon you, demon battle buddy. But he showed up, man. He showed up. He's thoroughly impressed me. 8-hour play window, and you get to 19.5 on a warrior. 0 deaths. He showed up, dude. Iron Chump's a beast. He really is. He did so. He played so good. Just keep reiterating that, guys. First place Hunter, Zerent, absolute monstrous brains. Second place Rogue, third place Warrior. You'll love to see it. The class diversity. You really do. What do you guys think, though? Do you have any tips, guys, for how to improve the Hardcore Cups going forward? A lot of the stuff I'd like, there's some stuff that I want to do to improve them, but just don't have the, you know, either the ability or the manpower or resources to achieve. But I do want to make these a monthly thing, and they are really so much fun to cast and do. One thing I really want to do in the future ones, first of all, huge brain suggestion from the Hive Mind yesterday, saying that we should make a running spreadsheet that's open to everybody, and people can update it with stream links and progress on the levels. That's huge brain. I want to do that. The other thing I want to do is we got to find like some kind of way to vote on death clips, or compile all the death clips in a spreadsheet as well, and then vote on best death clip and best highlight. We didn't get a chance to do it on the last one. I'm really hoping to do that in the future. And then maybe there's some other stuff too. Maybe we do class rankings first, second, third. I'd like to do that too. It's just a matter of not enough time. because some classes don't really have a shot necessarily. Well, they have a small shot of getting, you know, first, second, or third. So the only thing they can compete for is their class first place. You know, I'm thinking about a class maybe like priest or something. It would be sweet if we could get like a first, second, and third for every class. Yo, John, good to see you, brother. How you doing, man? Cargos, I found your stream during the first Hardcore Cup, and I have had a blast with both days. Keep up the awesome work, yo. I really appreciate that. P2MN Ace, hell yeah. I watched the whole event, was great fun and some crazy donations going on. Yeah, seriously, I can't thank you guys enough. Was able to basically subsidize the prize pool with the donations, which was really great. So it's not really there's not really anything coming out of pocket because of all of your awesome donations. I really appreciate it, and the players, the competitors appreciate it. Let's see. Okay, we're done. We have 15 linen cloth. That's not bad. I want more. We need, I think, a total of 50 or something. 50 linen cloth is safe to make the wand.
Yeah, it sucked getting murdered during the challenge.
It sucked getting murdered during the challenge. Yeah, man, that was so rough to see worse than. You made one of the best clips, though. I think if we had an unfortunate death clip vote, you would have won that. That was rough. That was so rough. 54 cloth, hell yeah. Thank you very much, Greg, for letting me know. 49 druid out here. What? Thanks for the $5 here, Warston. Did that paladin end up killing more people? No one ever really confirmed if that was the same guy. I don't think it was. I don't think it was. HC grind only tournament? That wouldn't be too fun though, right? You're just grinding? You gotta see people risk it for the biscuit. Getting killed fighting rares and stuff like that. Doing quests. Quissy had run-ins with that red-shirted menace. Yeah. Nah, Quissy killed it. It was great that Quissy competed. Man, in the next Hardcore Cup though, it'd be sick to get some of the really big boy Twitch people. Like, imagine if we got Kriparian, the inventor of Hardcore. Imagine if we got Joanna or Jonah. I don't really know how to get in contact with these people, but that would be huge. Is it recommended to do herb alchemy for the potions, or do you just hope for potions to drop? Herb alchemy is definitely really solid. I think the best money making for hardcore is skinning and
thunder.
Skinning and herbalism and just selling everything. But the alchemy herbalism is definitely a fantastic way to go.
What are you looking for? For the Horde.
How could you enter this tourney? My boy would definitely be a contender in this. There's just a sign up link. We didn't make the sign up link yet for the next one. But oh yeah, canvas scraps. Let's turn this into. There's just a sign up link in the Discord. You register. April 15th is the next one. Yeah, Jonah said he would be down potentially, but he's a busy guy, I'm sure. I see him playing Doom Eternal. Anybody playing that right now? I actually always like the Doom games. Maybe I'll give it a shot. Could have an event where you have to earn a set amount of gold. Well, let's just say that this next weekend we have a really interesting event planned. the Lord of the Rings challenge. And if you have a couple hours to spare, it's not going to be a whole day thing. It'll probably take maybe 4 hours. 4 hours tops. Be around on Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And ideally, you want to do it with a partner.
What do you need?
It's not the One Ring. That'd be too hard. We looked at the drop rates on One Ring. The One Ring, you fish it, right? And it's like a 0.001% chance or some shit. It's going to be fun, though.
Blood and thunder. Go for.
Is your second channel DOA? It's not DOA, man. I just haven't had the time yet. I've been having to do some guard stuff. And then just with the tournament going on, I still definitely plan on making videos for it. Just gotta do it, man. Hey, bro. Relatively new to your channel. Loving the classic content. What are the hardcore rules? We have 1 life, so if we die, we have to delete the character, and then the gearing, the items we find is all solo self-found, so we can't get funneled anything, no auction house, no trading. Thanks for the nice words, though, Mitsos. You plan to level Affliction? I do. Yes, I do. I'm going to do some interesting stuff on the talent front. We're going to get early levels in Suppression, let's just say that. No idea what Joan has been up to. He seemed to quit at release. Yeah, I was surprised. I thought he was going to be going super hard. It seems like he didn't play too much Classic. Maybe he just wanted to level one last time. There's a Lord of the Rings challenge for WoW Classic. We're going to try one, yes. So this weekend on Saturday, 12 p.m. EST, if you're around. It's supposed to be a mystery. People are supposed to not know what we're doing. Which is part of the appeal to it. Nobody can prepare for it. It's going to be something thinking on the fly. How are Shamans doing in the challenge? You know what? They did fine. I think Shaman ended up getting to 18. But I kind of expected them to be higher. I expected the Shamans to beat out the Rogues and to beat out the Warriors. Warlocks, though. Both tournaments in a row, man. Warlocks have, I think, been one of the lowest classes, if not the lowest class. Warlocks get off to a little bit of a slow start, I gotta say. There's something about the nature of dots. You're very immobile, you have to cast stuff. Your damage isn't free, you have to drink. Starting to get an idea what this event might be. Will it be under hardcore rules? No, it's not under hardcore rules. Not hardcore rules, but it's going to be fun. Yeah, Lord of the Rings challenge, man. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. I wish the One Ring in WoW actually gave you the effect of an invis pot. That would be sick. Even if there was just charges on it or something, or maybe it was just RP wise, that would be tight. Yo, Cargos, where were you, bro? What are you talking about, man? What's up, Christoph? Where were you, bro? What do you mean by that? Yeah, Lord of the Rings challenge this Saturday. Stay tuned. We'll have a sign-up link sometime in the week. Kind of a test run for it. It should be a lot of fun. It's not going to be an all-day type of thing. Just a couple hours. It is somewhat similar to Nixium's challenge. Somewhat. But there definitely are differences. And it's going to have to require people to get creative. Let's just say that. So you're in the same ballpark of what it could possibly be. Big Ale had the idea a few weeks back. It's awesome. It's gonna be fun. Use a leveling guide or add-on. I do in some of the later levels. All this stuff, like 1 to 20, is pretty much just ingrained in my brain forever. Yeah, there's not an in-game mod for it, but you can plug those into a guideline or something, Nesrebia, if you wanted to, but most people have a couple monitors, so they can just run it on another monitor. Do you have any general hints for Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings. Leveling, max level, solo, duo? It's best done as a duo challenge. Just think like, you know, Samwise and Frodo. There's some leveling and there's some economy and there's some creativity because the path forward isn't clear. You have to come up with your own strat here, at least in theory. So it should be fun, and I think there's some advantage in people not knowing exactly what they're getting into. They just have to think about things on the fly. Can I RP a gross gnome and annoy a team the whole time? What's the prize? Not sure. We'll come up with something though, Nikit. 12 p.m. EST on Saturday. It should be a fun thing to stream too. Hey man, just want to thank you for all the class guides you made. Really helped me out playing Shaman now, and it's been a blast. Hell yeah, Orochi. Thank you for stopping by, brother. Five-man alliance only hardcore fellowship team. We thought about that. Not quite. Good guess. Good guess. It's not a 5-man thing. 2-man. It's going to be fun. I'm not going to tease it anymore. No more details. Alright, let's get some eggs. Let's get some furs. Let's move on into the barrens already. We're going to craft our wand. Finish strong. Get on out of Duratar. Everything's dead. Someone's been here. What do you guys think, though? What lessons can we take away from Classic moving into TBC? What is some of the stuff we've learned? We've learned a ton. God, we've learned a ton. There's so much I would have done differently. One thing I've learned: just hang on to items, man. When you get valuable shit, just hang on to it. Everything goes up in price. Just hang on to stuff. Don't sell it too early if you can afford to. Hang on to the physical items. Everything's gonna go up. Layering is bad. Layering wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be, though. I thought it was gonna be game breaking, man. Mages will always find a way. That's pretty big, Brand. I like that. It's true, though. All these one pulls and stuff, this was not a thing on private servers, man. Play one-handed for a second. This is the culprit behind all that barking. One of them, at least. Looking sleepy today. Alright, we need eggs, furs. Try to play one-handed here. What's up on my scroll? Level 9 grats, thanks man. 2 furs, pretty good start. God, she's soft today. What kind of dogs you guys have? Oh yeah. Is that your fellhound? Yes. Tear the flesh from my enemies, you little puppy. She's only 1 year old, guys. Still growing. Only 1. Is it Saturday or Sunday? It is Saturday. Saturday noon. Same time as last week. I mean, as this past weekend for the event. In-laws have a Border Collie lab. Cool, man. Love Border Collies and love labs. Alright, she wants to go down. Oh, the puppy cameo is over. Tell you, man. Dogs sure make this global pandemic crisis easier. Got American Pit Bull. What else we got? Beagles, Retriever, Samoyed. Oh, dude. Samoyeds are freaking cute. Aren't those the ones with the blue tongues? Oh no, that's Chow Chow. Samoyeds are super cute though. I know they're super ridiculously fluffy, right? They look like pretty big dogs, but underneath all the fur, they're only like what, 50 pounds or something like that? 45 pounds? Wifey loves Samoyeds. Akita, nice. Labs, dude, I love labs. Labs and Shepherds, my favorite dogs. Husky Shepherd, huh? That's pretty cool. Does it look like more of a Husky or a Shepherd? Yellow Labs. I love the chocolate Labs, dude. Chocolate Labs, so cute. Today's my dog's 3rd birthday. Happy birthday to your dog. Hell yeah. Just realized I haven't left the home in a week. Yeah, it's been a minute for me. Well, I guess if it doesn't... We've been out a little bit just to pick up food or something, but we haven't... gone shopping anywhere in a minute. Holy moly, Jano with the 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much, brother. Gifting it to a bunch of the squad too. Tuna Tornado got a sub. Classic Void got a sub. Big Mojo TV. Hell yeah! Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate it, brother. I think before getting a dog, it's important to learn as much as you can. Definitely, definitely. It really is. I hope it's gonna be. I hope it will have better prepared me for having kids, because we're thinking about kids, that we're start trying in the next couple months or so. I feel pretty ready, pretty hyped to have kids. I think I just want two. I want 2, man. Girl and a boy. That's it. Wife and I were talking before though whether or not it's better to have an older brother and an older sister. I feel like it'd be better to have an older brother, because you have an older brother, you're always looking out for his younger sister and all that. But at the same time, she's saying older brothers always bully the younger kids, so I don't know. Try to teach your kid to sit and stay. It's stuff that's funny, man. It's one of my dad's funniest jokes to me. He's like, "Son, kids are great. It's just those problem years from 1 to 40. Love that. Older sister better, you think? That's what she's saying, yeah. Older sisters keep the brothers in line. Yeah, you have an older sister, Crix? Yeah, I'm an only child, guys. Only child. There are, you know... Only child is fine, for sure. Like, you can, you know... There are issues with it, though. I don't think it's necessarily the best play. I see a lot of value in having brothers and sisters. Oh, you have a daughter and a son, Crix? Damn, dude. That's awesome. I always wish I had a sister, 2 brothers, and there was a crap ton of fighting and bullying. Yeah, true, true. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. Time's flying. It's the next chapter. More kids equals more yard work they can do. Yeah, you're not wrong. More gold farming they can do, rather, right? The kids got to be loving this, though, right? Of course, it's a sad, tragic time we're living in, but you know some of these kids are so hyped to be home right now. Fuck a school day, man. I mean, a snow day. Talk about a pandemic, half a year off from school. There's going to be a huge baby boom with all this isolation going on around. You think so, though? I don't know, man. Because at the same time, people got to be a little bit scared of having kids in the hospitals now. Just because there's no real recorded cases now of, you know, it's spreading to kids and stuff. That's got to be on people's minds. I think a lot of people are opting for childbirth at home and stuff like that. You're saying it may just happen, though. Yeah. It's an interesting time for sure. That's assuming they're planning, though. Yeah, true, true. No, I hear you now. I hear you. That makes sense. I had a kid because Corona sounds so stupid. Stay Safe? Yeah, I met Stay Safe out in London. He's a cool dude. He's busy though, man. He's kind of in that next pay. He's up in that next tax bracket of streamers. A baby was born in England with it. Oh man, is that confirmed? I sure hope not. I sure hope not. Wow, I just realized though, this is like the longest I went in the past days. Not talking about the pandemic. We were on a roll, just talking about TBC, talking about other stuff. By the way, there's a global pandemic going on. I bet some ratchet in the world will name their kid Corona. I told you, right? There's someone on my street put a big box of Corona Extra in the middle of the road. Everybody's driving around it. It's still there. You think Dawkins will make it to 60? You know what the biggest thing that makes me think he might get to 60 is that Dawkins said that if he dies, he is shaving his beard. And for as long as I've known Dawkins has had a beard. And it's been an integral part of his brand. I can't think of anything more that would motivate him to get to 60 and not die than him having to not only shave his beard. He said he was going to shave the top part. He's going to look like straight up me. I'm basically just shaved head, everything. That's insane. I kind of want to see it, but that's got to be a huge motivation for him. The sheer pressure of the beard is enough, right? Yeah. Dude, our damage is so high, man, with 3 dots and a huge tempo opener like that. I like this rotation, too. Look, we go, hold on. Never mind. Killing greens? We're doing quests, man. What are you talking about? What greens? Everything's yellow. Corona stock dropped 50% in a month due to the epidemic. Yeah, it's insane, dude. That's so crazy. You could do a reverse stocking challenge if you had 60 grow a beard. I can't grow a docking beard, I'll tell you that. We gotta fear the heal here. Very important. There it is. God, Warlock's so good at this quest. I used to be able to grow out, I used to grow facial hair out a little bit. I used to kind of be into it. If you look back at my old Instagram pictures. I don't know, though. Ever since joining the Army, like in 2017 or whatever, I've just been, it's almost, you feel so compelled in the morning to shave. You feel, I never used to feel this way before joining the National Guard. But in the morning, it's like, it's one of the first things that goes through my mind. Like, I have to shave. Does anybody, I don't know if anybody's in that same boat, like, to go a day without shaving feels so uncomfortable now at this point. It just has to happen in the morning. There hasn't been a single day I haven't shaved for years. For 3 years. Shaved every single morning. There might have been a day or two that I might have missed it or something, but never more than a day. Is life tap always a 1-to-1 transfer rate? No. There's a talent you can get, Imp Life Tap, that will give you a more favorable exchange rate. It'll give you like 15% more or something from your Life Tap. Can't stand having a mustache. Yeah, just I feel uncomfortable. Is it worth getting Imp Life Tap? You can go back and forth on it. I used to think 100% yes while leveling. It's still good. It's still a good talent, don't get me wrong. But oftentimes in leveling, you have the globals to spare. So, you don't necessarily have to. If you have the globals to spare, they just have a little bit of a less efficient life tap and use a few more globals to get to where you need. You shave with the electric? No. I shave with, what shaving company you guys use? I use the, what's it called? The Shave Butter one. They have Shave Butter? Shave Butter? Is it Dollar Shave Club? No, it's not Dollar Shave Club. Harry's. I use Harry's. Yeah. Thing is, all the barbers are closed right now. So, what I did the other day, I'll show you right now, is I actually just shaved the hair with a buzzer, because you gotta, that's one thing you gotta get used to. People are probably looking pretty scruffy right now. Single blades are the way to go. Oh, you use one of those old school flip out joints? Those look pretty sweet. There's kind of an art to it, right? The hot shave. I don't think I ever experienced that. Like a proper hot shave where they, you know, they soak your hair in with a moist towel and they put some special cream on you and use that little flip out blade and get real close to your neck. Seems like it'd be pretty good though, pretty relaxing. But who's scruffy right now in the chat? I know some of you are. There's no place to get a haircut, right? My dad's looking pretty scruffy. He looks like a lumberjack. I saw him yesterday. I took 2.5 inches off my hair all by myself. That's courageous. That is courageous. Gonna be soon. Because how long have we been in quarantine or sheltering in place? Like 2-3 weeks? Hair's gonna start to look scuffed soon. Everybody's gonna come out looking like a caveman. My barber is still open on Friday. Yeah, everything is closed there. Supercuts, you know, great clips, all those places all closed. They got to be taking a hit. Okay, we still need tiger furs, and we still need 4 hex trolls. Okay. Gonna have your girl give you a fade? Good luck, man. Yeah, thankfully with my hair it's easy enough. I just take the clipper out of the box or whatever, out of the case, lowest setting, and just buzz the whole thing, man. It's easy peasy. Too easy. I envy bald people in these times. Yeah, it's pretty chill. I'm not bald, but you know, might as well be. They even closed laundromats. Damn, that's rough. Laundromats, you got to think that that's considered an essential good service. What about stuff like the DMV and all these places? I wonder if those are closed. Dude, everything is affected by this. It's just so crazy. Super shaved his head partly because of this. Yep. Yep. It's crazy, man. I got some cool stuff over the weekend from Amazon. It got delivered. I got a cistern. You guys know what a cistern is? It's like a big barrel. I got a smaller one, though. It's like 50 gallons. I wanted to try it out. Hooked it up to my downspout outside. So now, every time it rains, all the water will come in through the top of the cistern, get filtered out, so all the big particulates will get filtered out, go into this barrel. And I think to myself, you know, if you ever need, you know, if you ever lose access to the water source, to your water source, like, you know, the city water, you can use it for bathing, cooking, things like this. They're pretty sweet. You can get them on Amazon for like $100, so definitely consider getting one of those if you guys haven't. I also got this pretty sweet solar array. It's 220 watt solar panels. It looks like it's about briefcase size. They fold out. Each panel is maybe about this big. It folds out into a grid of about 6 of them, has a stand on it. And 220 watts, not bad. You can charge a little solar generator. And the other day, actually, was one of those few times where, you know, all this gear you accumulate actually comes in handy. It was 2 days ago or something. There was a power outage in the middle of the night. Everything just went out. And it just felt so good being able to just go outside, grab the generator, put the plan into practice, get it going. Restored the power pretty much instantaneously. Everything was good to go. But yeah, you can get one of these little solar grids and a generator for maybe like $400 or $500. Definitely worth it as well. Isn't that illegal? No, I mean, people were saying that the other day. That just blows my mind that in some places catching rainwater is illegal. I don't think catching 50 gallons of rainwater is going to be illegal anywhere. Could be wrong. A lot of extra bottled water case. Yeah, same here, same here. The way I look at it though is I'm not using the bottled water as much as possible. I still am drinking one right now. I got the airborne tablet in here. But using the Brita as much as possible, keeping the bottles on reserve. Checking with how much rainwater you're allowed to collect. It's stupid, but it's one of the things you can see on someone's property from the sidewalks. You can get caught if you're taking too much. Yeah, that's just so insane to me. That is so insane. I gotta know what the real reason is why you're not allowed to catch your own rainwater. That just seems absurd. In California, huh? Maybe in Southern California. I don't know. I feel like in Northern California. Hey, man, if catching 50 gallons of rainwater is illegal, they can come knock on the door and have a discussion. But that's not a lot. 50 gallons is not a lot. It's a barrel about, like, you know, this big. It looks like one of those big barrels that keep beer in. Keeping 50 gallons on hand for cooking and cleaning yourself in case of emergency. Be pretty insane to say that's illegal. A Sawyer Mini? Oh yeah, those are great. The little hand pump thing. I tell you, I know a lot of you are feeling the same way. After this is all said and done, and the whole corona makes its way through society and we all get over it and stuff, you're going to be way more prepared for stuff, right? People are going to just have a lot more stuff on hand. A lot more stuff. Just I think it's teaching our generation a valuable lesson. And you know, I always joke around about saying I'm kind of like a prepper or whatever. Even me, I still had a lot of stuff that I was lacking on, man. Gonna learn so much from this. I don't think the pantry is ever gonna be empty after this for a lot of people. It's legal in Cali, just Googled it? Okay. Good. Thanks for that. Got bags of seeds this week. That's cool, man. Yeah, I started germinating some seeds about a week ago. Gotta check on them today. Go out there, hit them with the little spray bottle. Hardcore tourney on Saturday was awesome. I really enjoyed watching. Thanks, man. Yeah, I had a really fun time casting it. It was great. Look for tigers, boys. How many furs we need? 2 more? Golly. And 2 hex trolls. Okay. Kind of seeds. Let's see. We got tomato. I got beans. Squash. Beans, squash, only the hardiest of stuff, man, because I have kind of a black thumb. So, only the hardiest of stuff that you can grow. It's a container garden, though. I'm not planting it in the ground. Container gardens are chill. But right now I'm germinating them in these little pods. They're like, looks like a little egg carton, kind of. But you can take them out once they start germinating, so you don't need to transplant them. You can just put it right into the soil, right into the bigger pot. Cannabis seeds? Nah, not cannabis seeds. What's up, Tyler? Getting to 20? Not today, probably. I have to end the stream kind of soon. I'll take a meeting. I'll hopefully be back later, streaming tonight as well. Don't use that Miracle Grow? Why is that? I'm not using Miracle Grow, though. I have this other plant food. Yo, that's one thing people underestimate, though. When they start gardening for the first time, I think people think you're going to save a ton of money. You know, gardening, like growing your own food, growing your own plants. It's going to be great. If you're starting from scratch and you're making a container garden, not only have to buy containers, you have to buy topsoil. You have to buy the food, you know, that you put in there to mix in with the topsoil. These little germination pods. You have to buy little spritzer bottles. There's a lot that goes into it. You don't really save money on the first year or something. Once you have that soil and it gets developed, and you know, if you have The soil is kind of expensive, bro. But in subsequent years, you'll start to get a better return on investment. Yeah, it takes time, absolutely. This, whole pandemic, though, it just, makes you want to learn how to do stuff yourself as well. Like, even yesterday, for example, my car is very dirty. I've been doing a lot of, like, runs back and forth, to the waste facility, the dump, whatever you want to call it, to throw away a bunch of, like, yard waste. And the car got super dirty. There was mulch in it and stuff. It's a truck, so that's what it's meant for. It kind of gets, I'm not scared of getting the truck dirty. It's all good. It's part of you got to use it. And I would normally just take it to the auto spa and have it cleaned inside, outside, leave it there for half an hour, come back. Auto spa's closed. So just having to, bring the vacuum out, vacuum it all yourself, clean it all yourself. I know a lot of you out there are becoming a little more self-reliant as a result of all this. It feels good. The hardship makes you do kind of stuff like that. Yo, one thing I'm embarrassed to not know how to do, though, guys. Maybe we do a live stream. Oh, I can technically start doing IRL live streams now. I have a GoPro. It's all set up with the GoPro app and everything. I kind of want to start doing it at some point. Just got to end up doing it. It was kind of for the other channel, too. But IRL, one thing I'm embarrassed not to know, that I don't know how to do. But I'm admitting it with you guys. I don't know how to change the oil in my car by myself. That's a huge misplay right there, man. The thing is, I think I have a general idea, but you need something to lift the car up first, right? So you need like a jack. And then you need to get under your car, which is kind of suspect. Getting underneath a 7,000-pound car, that's already kind of scary by yourself, because that could just come down on you. Like, I would be a little bit nervous about that. Then you got to get the oil pan. I wouldn't even know what to twist or turn, whatever. I know an embarrassingly little amount about cars. And if I could do it all over again, I would have learned more. Not worth it to do it yourself. It's not about how worth it is, though. It's like about just knowing how to do it. So last night I was looking up how to make ethanol. Yo, ethanol is not hard. It's not that hard to make, guys. Again, I've never made it myself, but that's one of the things I'm going to do in the next week or two. I really want to make it. Ethanol can apparently power your car. You might have to do a little bit of conversion or something. I haven't looked into it too much, but I was interested the other day on how to make gasoline. So in order to make gasoline, you would need some kind of oil. You would need like crude oil, right? You need to like refine it, and like who can do that? Like not many people could have the equipment to do that, but you can make ethanol, and all you need really is water and sugar and yeast. Everybody has sugar at the house. You can just use some baker's yeast or some, really any kind of yeast will work. You activate the yeast in a little bit of warm water, pour it in. You just need to know the proportion. You need to make it airtight, so you can just tape it or use a glue gun on the top of the bottle. You can just use some water bottles and put a little hose going through the cap into another water bottle, and that hose will sit in some water, so no air can get in, but air can get out. That's the key with it. Then it turns into ethanol. You have to refine it afterwards, right? You have to distill it, but that's in theory. That's all it is. Water, sugar, yeast. It's kind of insane. I want to try doing it when it's just a little experiment. It ain't nothing. You already know how. It'll take you like an hour, really. About to do a live stream and have a IRL chat help me learn how to change my oil. You'd like to think that if all these services went down, you'd still be able to make it. You'd still be able to use your car and be able to generate fuel for it, be able to generate solar. That same feeling when you played Classic WoW for that first time? That same little serotonin rush when you played Classic WoW for the first time? I experienced something similar setting up this solar panel grid. I've had some little mini solar devices in the past, like these little tiny backpack panels, but I got these new panels, like the size of a briefcase, 220 watt. And solar is so amazing, guys. It blows my mind how incredible the technology is now and how cheap it is now. For $200 you can get this grid of solar panels and you can power all your devices. It's kind of liberating, man, the fact that you can generate power yourself. Such a random thing to talk about, but I could see myself getting really into like solar tech pretty much and learning about the technologies and stuff. Do you have any advice for someone who cannot decide what to play as an alt? I bounce between alts way too often. I can't pick one to level up to 60. Let's see here. Play mage. Play mage. There it is. That's the advice. You ever heard of the BioLite stove? No, I've not. What is that? Does it run on ethanol or like compost, something like that? Oh, mage is your man. The solar pack. So you need two things. You need some solar panels, which you can buy. You can buy them for as cheap as like $100, you know, for like a little 100-watt one, or 220 watts, or actually that pricing might be a little bit off. You could probably get like a 140-watt panel for like $200. And then you buy a little solar generator thing, which is, it's small. It's just like this, and it has plugs, 9-volt plugs into it, and USB plugs and stuff. And you just set it out on a picnic table or whatever, and the panels will charge that little generator, and you can just bring that around with you and power all your devices on it. And right there, you have the keys to the castle. Even with just a little tiny solar system like that, it feels so good, man. Leave echo? Oh yeah, true. Might have been staying here longer than I needed to. Good call, good call. In theory, it was supposed to be able to charge via USB just from wood burning. Oh wow, it does ring a bell. It sounds familiar. How much do I got to spend to power my house? To power your whole house, it's tough, man. You'd have to get a pretty substantial generator, probably like a 12,000 watt generator, or something like a gas or a natural gas or propane one. Thing is, you know, one thing that's interesting about solar panels on houses, 95% of people who have solar panels on their houses, they don't store that energy. You guys know that, right? It's kind of bizarre to me. I want to get solar panels eventually. It seems amazing, amazing, amazing value add. But they don't store the energy. It just puts it back into the grid, you know, and it helps the power company, which is good, and it helps you with your power bill. But it doesn't really serve any. It's basically like a financial instrument, the solar panels. It doesn't really help you with regard to like survival or like self-reliance or being able to go off grid or whatever. You need to get a battery. You need to get like a Tesla battery or something. They pay you for it. Yeah, it reduces your power bill apparently. It shaves off, you know, $200 or something from your power from your monthly, you know, PG&E bill, which is pretty sick. But at that point, you're getting solar panels and you're taking out this big loan or leasing it or whatever, just so you can, just as a financial play, as opposed to the main reason why I'd want to get solar panels, just to give you the ability to kind of be off grid or whatever. Tesla battery is key. Yeah, I don't know how much they go for, but I got one for camping. It's okay to cook on, but not great for actual charging. Oh, you got one of those stoves? Nice, man. Hey, what's up, Andre? How you doing? 8K for a Tesla battery? That is not too bad. It's honestly not too bad. There is stuff that you could. There are ways to spend 8K. There's way worse ways to spend $8,000. It might actually even make you money. It depends on how much power you use. But imagine you had that, and you could actually just go off grid though. Oh, need multiple though? Yeah. Now if you have a small little, you know, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and you have this, you don't have that much power usage. I mean, us as gamers, we're probably gonna need like 17 batteries, I would assume. But you know, if you were just Like my parents, for example, I don't know if they would need that much more than one battery. So solar technology is just amazing, though, man. You just gotta try it. I know it sounds weird to some of you, but there's something so exhilarating about being able to create your own power, like energy, which seems like such a modern marvel. Being able to create electricity. A couple $100 so you have your own little electricity facility. It's insane. Looking to soul generators. Yeah, I just got one, Jim. Actually, they're really, really cool, man. I'm very excited about it. More of a hamster guy. Got a hamster on the wheel making you energy. Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Roll hall. Strength.
Alright, looks like we'll ding 10 right here. Sweet.
Blood and thunder. Down. Strength and honor. For the Horde.
Alright, got the 10. Hell yeah. You'll love to see it. Yo, Cargos, good luck with the lock, dude. Stay safe. Thank you very much, Lee Sean, man. Appreciate it, bro.
What do you need?
Thanks, Mod Lars. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'll probably just take a little break here, guys. And then I'll come back to this guy later. Got the 10. It's a nice little milestone. We're chilling here in Razor Hill. We just hearthed. So I'll try. I'm gonna really make an effort to stream this evening. I got nothing else to do, right? I just got to take a meeting in about an hour, so I'm gonna just chill for a little bit. But thanks for tuning in. Another day, another dollar, another back in the saddle, new hardcore character. Thanks for continuing to hang out with me and watch low levels. So talk to you guys soon. Peace.